I almost got it on the right one, on time this time, but it's still like a second off. Ugh. What's up, guys? We are back for another episode of Cogs in the Machine, and this is uh I'm gonna be working on the boxes because it is what it is. It's another episode of Cogs in the Machine. We're back talking about Nintendo Directs. This is part two. If you guys missed it, go back and watch part one. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. I hope you guys enjoy the topic. Chakalaka is the man tonight taking the lead. And you should know Chakalaka, but if you don't, where can the people stalk you, find you?
I'm right here. It's Chakalaka 88, and I got a lot. Going on here. I've been hard at work. I have. It's just been recently announced, and I was glad that the what do you call it? The review embargo says I'm allowed to say it, but I'm
Hmm.
allowed to say publicly that I am playing Ghostwire Tokyo. So you guys keep a lock to this YouTube channel, level1gaming.com, my Twitter, like everything. Like I'll post about it as soon as the impressions embargo lifts. I don't think I'm allowed to say when it lifts, but you guys can see my impressions on Ghostwire Tokyo very soon. But even sooner than that, tomorrow I'm posting my Ready Play Movies like spoiler cast for the Batman. I'm also wearing like a Batman Funko Pop T-shirt because we're for that spoiler cast. We've announcing that we're going to be doing a giveaway for some Funko Pops. So watch the video, and you guys will find out how to get entered to win some Funko Pops. So I got that going on. Let's see here, what else? I'm all around just a bit kind of busy guy. So I'm definitely hard at work and making sure to get you guys the juicy content here on Level One Gaming. So
That's what we like to
yeah,
hear. Chakalaka, the most humblest and hardworking man here. Just saying.
thanks. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very happy, very excited. I got a lot going on here. I did a lot of research for today's show as well. A lot planned out here for you. I was originally planning on this being a trilogy of episodes. However, at this point, it's looking like it's going to be a four-parter, which is insane
Probably.
because it's like I didn't expect it to be that way, but in researching, there was just a lot of topics that came up. I got a lot of side topics that are going to come up as we go along. Some good conversations that be had about some things that I found out when revisiting these things. And depending on where we leave off tonight, we can either leave off at the end of the Wii U life cycle, which is a bit of a dud, or if depending if time allows, we may end on a high note at the beginning, at the dawn of the Nintendo Switch's life cycle, which would be a more happier note to leave it instead of like leaving it all like dire and Empire Strikes Back, like downer ending kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, so Hugger, before we get into the actual topic itself here, I have a bit of a recap from last time from part one. So
Hmm.
in part one, it was basically an experiment. It was like the beginning of digital presentations, like directly to consumers without a middleman. It was like a bit of a growing pains. There was formatting issues where like it's like a plain white background, no music, no very low edits or whatever. But then they start like progressing and start getting better. Like how do you put it? Like a video packages, like video. I don't know how to put it. Like that little sprinkles that they put on there and stuff like
Yeah,
that
it
with
got
like
some spice
graphics,
to it.
some graphics and stuff like that, and not
Yep.
just like plain like Times New Roman text or whatever.
Hmm.
So it actually started looking like it was produced with a budget, is what I was gonna
Yes.
say. So we started going through that. We started getting them some. We started rating them like a lot of fives and sixes a lot. Um, there were some good standout ones, which we did notice. But during part one, we had together we had formulated the 5 rules that are needed to make a good digital presentation. This applies not just to Nintendo Directs, but just digital presentations the world over. From Sony and Xbox can take note of it.
Hmm.
I have the rules here in front of me, but I just wanted to say that as we progress through this week's episode and the future episodes of this series, we're more than welcome to add these to these rules because we were adding to the rules as we were going through episode or part one. So
Yep.
this is where we left off here. So do you wanna read it or do you want me to read it?
Lay it on me.
All right. So here are the 5 golden rules here. Number one, fast paced. Okay. We are now in the age of TikToks and what do you call it? Vines of 6 second vines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We do not have attention span, so you need to come in real fast with it and don't linger on any one topic. No matter how
Mhm.
good, no matter how game of the year or game of the generation defining your game is going to be, you can't stick with it too long.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
all right. So if you're gonna do those, you got to have its own separate direct specifically for that game, which we're not
Yes.
covering on this show.
No.
Game specific directs are not covered.
No.
So fast paced. Number two, justify your time. If you're gonna be a 45-minute presentation, you better have 45 minutes worth of awesome. Otherwise, cut it down to 25.
Yep.
All right. So time justified. Number two. That was number two. Number three, show us gameplay. All right. E3s from like Xbox and Sony have like this I don't know this um, leniency when it comes to CGI trailers that people get hyped for with no gameplay. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna do this, you got to show gameplay.
Yep.
All right,
I agree.
that's rule number three. Rule number four. Now this is probably like I like to say like every category is weighted equally, but I would say that this is the least weighted one of rules. However, this rule can take your 8 or 9 and turn it into a 10,
Mhm.
and that's presentation, right? So do
Mhm.
something cool and creative and fun, and just that little bit of extra pizzazz will
Yep.
take yours to memorable status. We're going to be covering one here later, and it's completely like just chef kiss and very memorable. All right, that's number four. And then number five, the final rule that we added the very late into part one was give me the new, and that is announce new things. Don't We tended to see, especially like during the end of our part one, was we were seeing a lot of Nintendo Directs with new trailers for previously announced games.
Mhm.
So they're showing new footage, but they're not showing us new titles.
No.
So yes.
Okay, yeah. You knew. New, new, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Simple
yeah, I think
rules.
yeah. I like how we were able to formulate them during the part one and stuff like that. I don't know if I can possibly add a sixth rule to it. If we notice patterns and stuff as we talk about it, I'll figure it out. But for the
Yeah,
most part, I'm pretty sure that these might be the final five simple rules to making a digital presentation. So
I think
yeah.
so.
So with that being said, here we're gonna go ahead and pick up where we left off. So we ended in 2013, and there were 10 directs during the
Ugh.
Nintendo 2013, and that was a slog to get through. We got through every one of them. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna go to the pace that we're at now in the modern era. So there are three Nintendo Directs during 2014, and that is the kind of cadence that we're at now in the modern era.
Mhm.
So there was let me go ahead and just pull it up right here. There was a Nintendo Direct in January, April. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
February 2014,
Mhm.
E3 2014, which is in June, and then November 2014, and that's it.
Ooh, I like that. I
so
like that.
so here we go. Um, So we're gonna go ahead and kick things off with our February 2014. I'm sorry, yeah, February 13, 2014, which is admittedly, let's see here, it's 41 minutes long. I'm not sure if it justified its links here. So the highlights that I have in my notes here is that X. Remember how it was like just X, like was
Mhm.
just the logo. It gets officially announced as like Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's like the
Okay.
official title. We got a
Yeah.
title. It's shown off. Game Boy Advance Virtual Console is. I'm assuming that's for the 3DS. I'm assuming. Oh no, no, it's for the Wii U. Excuse me. Yeah, Game Boy Advance games did come to the Wii U. We get NES Remix 2. Mario Kart 8 gets dated, and this is just Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. And then Mario Golf. And then here is a trailer for Little Mac coming to Smash 4.
I
So
forgot
yeah,
about Little
there's.
Mac. I'm sorry, Little
I
Mac.
I will say this: the ever since Smash Four, Smash Wii U, and then carrying over into Ultimate, there is literally like the best trailers ever for character reveals. Like they started with Brawl, and their character reveal trailers were Thing and Brawl, but then they became like what we know of as character reveal trailers in the modern era. Started here
Hmm.
with Smash Wii U. And so yeah, here you see in this trailer, Little Mac is in the gym practicing with Doc Lewis, and you hear Doc Lewis's like voiceovers and stuff like that. And then like when he finally just joined Smash, it becomes like this joke here. Like there's Little Mac, and look how short he is, and look how tall Samus is.
He's a short king. Come on.
So yeah, that was hilarious.
Don't make fun of short king. Come on. Mac is
uh,
iconic.
yeah, I think canonically he's either 16 or 18 years old. I did not know that, but there you go.
He's like
So
Bart
yeah, Little
Simpson,
Mac.
been 16 for 30 years.
So yeah,
Jesus.
that's Little Mac. He's showing off. He's very good on the ground, and then there's like this thing where he's like self-destructing, and Doc Lewis says, "You're no air fighter, Mac," and then he dies and stuff like that because he has no aerial game. But yeah, and then that's his final smash when he turns into Gigamac, and then he's got this KO meter. So yeah, all in all, this is before like so this is what February 2014. The game is gonna launch in November of that year, so it's literally like these are all pre-release trailers and stuff like that. So these are like our like first looks at the actual gameplay of Smash as we knew it. So yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. What's up, Bean? What's up, Fame? What's up, Bubbles? How's everybody? Hey, Baron, how's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday? Ooh, golf. I like golf games.
oh
I don't know why I say it like that.
hey
Golf.
hey Miss Bubbles is on the chat. Hey, hello,
Bubs out here looking good. Everybody looking good tonight.
I'm a fan, by the way. So
Bubs good
yeah,
peeps.
so let's see here. Let me see if I can go. So there's Kirby Triple Deluxe, which I believe was already like announced already before in a previous direct. It's May release date. Yoshi's New Island was not that well received, but you know we saw some cool like one thing I will say is Nintendo is really good at like at showing footage that make the game look more interesting than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Mm-hmm.
some cool stuff. Yeah, for a game that's kind of mediocre, it's like, it shows off some cool stuff.
They know how to pull a Ubisoft because Ubisoft is really good at that too.
Yeah, so oh my god, jackhammer. Oh, and it uses like the gyroscope. Oh my god.
Oh, that's not nausea inducing at all.
Another gyroscope thing where you're the submarine. Oh my god.
Ugh.
No.
I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh my god.
Interesting. Look at this stuff. What kind of
Bubs,
steroids
are
is
you a ticket,
Yoshi on?
Bubs? Because you got fine written all over you. Sorry. What's up, Mr. Dosha?
All right, let's see. So yeah, I guess these trailers are a little bit long here. So we got let's see.
2014 feels so close yet so long ago that I'm like, they were making 3DS games in 2014, but also 2014 is literally coming, was it 8 years? No, 7 years ago now? Something like that.
Oh, I love this game. This is a game where like you can like haggle. So like the microtransactions, you can haggle them. So like there's I guess this is like I guess I forgot what this game was called, like Rusty's Real Deal Baseball or something like that. But basically, you see the prices right there, and then you can talk to them and be like, "No, man, charge me less" or whatever. So that was actually kind of funny.
I wonder
Let's
if we could do
see.
that with like a Madden or a FIFA game.
Haggle. There you go. All right. Yeah, let's see. I wonder if he does.
Because I
Wonder
would
what kind
definitely
of
buy
like.
them.
I wonder what kind of like. I don't know. Like, how far can you haggle down? Like, or what's you bribing him with donuts? Oh my god.
You can bribe me with donuts as well, so
Oh my
it's not a good marker.
There we go.
What's up,
Rusty's real
Yogi?
deal baseball.
Rusty. Is that Professor Layton I just saw? Oh,
Yep.
macaroni with the chicken strips, Professor Layton. I love their games.
Let's
I'm not smart
see.
enough to understand some of the puzzles, but god damn it, I'm gonna play them.
It's
2014
like
Bubbles was 18. Whoa,
her
whoa,
first year in uni. Wow. Oh my god.
ew, baby,
I just gotta
just a little
say, I
baby.
just gotta say that these animated things are like really good, but the even like the 3DS's screen could not show you this crispy, clear images and stuff like that. So,
No, there is a Professor Layton anime though,
hmm, that explains the art style.
and I'm
Let's
for it.
see here. I'm just sort of scrubbing through to see what else is on here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is. Um, I
Oh,
guess these are some Retro City Rampage. Okay, this is a GTA clone, like
yep.
original, like top down
People
GTA.
forget that GTA was top down for a very long time.
We got Tropical Freeze. Let's see, which again was already announced before.
Yep.
Um, NES Remix 2. I guess this is like a sequel to the game, which this is a new announcement, but it's more of the same. It's just basically like the same game before, but better. Most
I
people
will
would say
say,
that this is a better game.
Nintendo, they might not utilize every single franchise they have, but they do not forget the classics and they will always bring them to every system.
It's so interesting seeing like Link and like Samus in like a Mario game or whatever. But yeah, but this is like the virtual console stuff that I was talking about. We get Game Boy Advance games like Metroid Fusion and Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga. They're basically like full on like games that are like emulated on the Wii U. Um, not sure if I would. I mean, not sure I would personally buy them because I didn't buy them, but like yeah, it's one thing I will say about the Wii U is that it is literally the worst virtual console from an emulation perspective. All of them.
Oh,
Like
why?
I don't know if you know this, but like if you look at screenshots or even video capture of like the Wii Virtual Console versus the Wii U Virtual Console versus even the Switch NSO stuff, by the way, they have like this dark gradient, like a dark tint to it. Like here, let me see if I can prove my point here. So like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, you see how like the sky is blue, but not really blue. It's like an off, like dark blue. It's supposed to be brighter, a little bit more vibrant.
Why
Um,
would it have that over it?
I don't know. It's like a dark fog filter. I don't know how to explain it. It's like every game on the Virtual Console for the Wii U is covered in shadow. Is the best way I can explain
That's weird as all hell.
it. So yeah. So now you'll never see it the same. So if you ever like play like Ocarina of Time on the Wii U, and you'll just notice that it's darker looking. It's like you need to turn up the contrast or something. So yeah.
Or you just do what I do and use PC emulation. I'm just saying. Mario Kart 8 getting more levels again in 2022. Just
Yeah,
we're never getting another Mario Kart.
I
Just turn it
know. It's
into
just like
Mario Kart Infinity and rock with it.
what's actually kind of funny is like I legitimately forgot about this on the topic when we covered fan mods and fan games and stuff. I completely forgot that there was a mod of Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii had this thing where somebody modded in like more courses, like brand new original courses, not like remakes of old stages, but like they made new stages with like new assets and stuff like that. And
Holy crap.
I literally watched a Twitch streamer like streaming it, like playing online with other people with the same mod. I guess it was like a successful mod that people liked, and it met some batshit crazy stages too. So,
Jesus. People are
but yeah,
chef's kiss to people.
but with this is kind of like almost somewhere to sort of like have that same kind of feel and stuff like that. Just new stages and yeah.
Oh, Mario.
Also, this game really shows well. By the way, I will say that like the game's engine, the game's graphics just like looks very. very good, and like it keeps up. Like you don't need a Mario Kart game to look like a PS5 game, right? You just need it
No,
to look very good, and it does. So
that's where Nintendo has always excelled. Their games do look good. Like I remember when what was it, Odyssey was announced, and people are like, "Oh, the individual hairs, you can see that on Mario's head." They don't need to look good, but they do, and they're timeless. Because eventually, we're gonna look at some of these games and be like, "Yeah, that's so dated now." But Mario will never be dated, or at least a Nintendo game that is their mainstay will never look dated.
speaking of dated,
Speaking of dated, that's a
I-
lot of shit on the screen.
you know, people like this game, and I've always been interested to try it. You know, I played like the first opening minutes of Xenoblade Chronicles One on the Wii, and there's a lot of HUD elements. Like, there's just like when it comes to this JRPG, you know, you got so much going on. Like, um, you know, this frame rate doesn't look good, actually, to tell you the truth. I gotta
It
say.
looks like shit. Couldn't think of the
Yeah, but
word.
like I don't think it looks like shit. Like I think it looks sus. I'll say that. I'll give it the benefit. You know, it doesn't look like a
Sussy.
slideshow. It just looks a little sussy. Yeah, yeah. So, um, but I will say that this game did review very well. I remember when it came out, like everyone like liked it and stuff. And the game does require like doesn't require downloads, but it benefits from downloads. So base to the point where it's basically required. Like I don't know if you know this, but like the Wii U streams the games directly off of the disc to play a game. Um,
Oh, I
it
like
doesn't
that.
it doesn't install anything like anything to the system memory, and which is good because the Wii U only has 32 gigabytes of storage.
Mhm.
So the only thing the storage is used for is for game saves and patches. That's it. Like when you get a patch update. So like pretty much you're running the game off the disk, and this game is the only exception to the rule where you can run the game off of the disk, but your load times will be atrocious.
Oh.
Whereas if you install the game to your system memory, like if you install like they come in like 4 packs where there's like a basic which is 2 gigabytes because again like space is precious on the Wii U. But if you had like an external storage thing that was plugged in via USB to the Wii U, you can download these big patches. Like I don't know how big all four of them combined together, but if you have all four of them installed, then suddenly your performance increases with better load times and stuff like that. Um, when you're dual streaming off of the disk and your hard drive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the only game that I know of that does that on the Wii U.
Yeah, I we this is a side tangent. We have gotten so far with our tech and technology that I appreciate when a game is trying to do something different. Like I just tried to play the medium, and the medium, I don't know if it's a PC thing. That game runs awfully. But they're also streaming
That
or
was left turn.
I know. You said dual streaming, and that's why I went into my head because at some circumstances you're running two instances of the games, and sometimes the cutscenes are different, so it's not just a one to one. And I'm dying over here, and I don't know why I thought of that. That game was good, but it cannot run for shit. And I'm like, my PC's pretty good. It's old, but she gets the job done, and I can't run this. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah, I don't
guessing
know where that
it's
came from.
I'm guessing it's like a Series X thing because they have like SSDs which with fast read and write speeds,
It's
faster than a
gotta be. Because
presumably a
there's a lot of
PC.
people on PC that were like, what the hell's wrong with this game?
But yeah, we're seeing Bayonetta
Hey,
2, and
Bayonetta. Hey,
let's
Queen.
see here. Got to show you this artwork
Oh,
here, obviously. We'll be seeing Bayonetta later on in this recap of directs here. But yeah, I guess that was the closer and stuff like that. So overall, like I am kind of like, I we did get some new stuff in here, but nothing that was really like I don't know, needle moving for me.
mm-hmm.
So I would say this is kind of like in the middle of the road. I would give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it 5 because it wasn't super fast paced. Time justified if you like a lot of the stuff. Yeah, gameplay knew everything, although some of it did look like a slideshow for a second there. Presentation, it's looking good. And you knew, of course. Yeah, 5. 5 is a good middle of the road.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a big thing here. I'm just got the little recap here. It's just showing here that Mario Kart 8 was dated. Koopalings were joining the race. Xenoblade Chronicles, Game Boy Advance, NES Remix. I guess I skipped over this, but Child of Light footage was shown. For the European. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't see that here. But yeah, ultimately, like nothing too big. Smash is definitely a good thing. Obviously, you're showing Little Mac, but yeah, middle of the road for me on this one.
Yeah.
Not a good start because you only have 3 of this for 2014, so you're basically setting up your 2014 to kind of feel kind of mediocre, which is not good for the Wii U's like second or third year or whatever.
But
Let's skip
there was just 10 shows. So
it.
ease
Yeah.
into it. Ease into the little ones.
All right, so here is the big thing that I was looking forward to talking to you about. Now, I teased you guys last on part one where I showed you guys the beginning of it, and now I'm going to show you guys like the full you know go actually do it in a chronological order instead of skipping ahead.
Mhm.
This is the Nintendo Digital event. So it's called the Nintendo E3 Digital event. Now, here's the thing I don't like about Nintendo's E3 is that damn near every year the E3 name showcases change. So like there was digital event, there's like press conference, there's showcase and spotlight. Like pick a fucking name and stick to it. All right.
No. Confuse you.
So that's the only mark, but basically we're just gonna call it a Nintendo Direct at E3. That's it. That's
Okay.
basically what it is.
Yep.
All right. So this was uh, this was the I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a spoiler here. Spoiler warning. This is a 10 out of 10. And for me,
Oh.
now I gotta convince you now because now we're gonna go through it.
Mhm.
But this is the only 10 out of 10, and this may stand as the best direct period that every single Nintendo Direct has to compete with now. Now, it's got the announcements and it's got the best presentation, the best production value ever. It's got the pacing. It's got everything that we talked about as far as our 5 rules. It's got it down in spades.
Okay.
So we're gonna go over it here, and Hugger, you'll let me know if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn on the captions here for the first time. Which, oh my God, captions are not available. Those bastards.
Wow.
Ah, but this was the robot chicken collaboration here, and I
Yep.
wanted to like put on the subtitles so that way because I can't obviously stream the audio. But
Yeah.
basically, it starts off with Reggie being heckled by the audience members, which we talked about, how they were like, "Give us Mother 3" and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're and then of course he gets like the fire flower. He like eats the fire flower and like throws fireballs at the audience members heckling him. And so here at this part, they heckled him and said, "Oh, you're just gonna announce a new Mario game," and then Reggie was like, "Actually, we don't have a Mario game to announce this year." And Mario was like pissed. He's like, "What? Like somebody call my agent," like that kind of stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
see, this
and
is just
then
so weird to see because I used to love Robot Chicken, and the fact that nobody has died or there's no blood on the screen is already tripping me out.
and then what's it called? Here's like, all right, now I'm get to be the link that like takes over, and he's like, what the hell? Who invited this guy? Like everyone's trying to compete for like their spotlight.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is definitely like
Jesus.
we talked about presentation. Like that's like the cherry on top. Like that's like the icing on the cake.
Mhm.
So it's not the most important thing, obviously. You can we have a digital event to talk about next coming up later that takes away like the wrong lessons from this.
Mhm.
But uh presentation is on spades. Here we have the one of the best trailers ever. Like I am. It's definitely up there as far as like video game trailers. I'll always like remember. This was the announcement of Smash for the newcomers, and that is the. You know what? I'm just gonna let this play out.
This is this feels like a animation school project that just took it up to 10,000.
He's This is like Nintendo meme. They know how to meme.
Oh, they do. Wendy's thought they could meme. No, it's Nintendo.
So yeah, this is and yeah, Ms. Bubbles, this is the answer. This is the best direct though. um, but yeah, so this is the announcement of Smash 4 Mii Fighters coming to Smash 4. And yeah, this is the first time Mii's were playable because you know obviously they were surprisingly not playable in Brawl, even though the Mii's were invented for the Wii. But yeah, Mii fighters, you can basically they have custom move sets where you have different moves, and so basically you can make up any character, like any avatar. Like I've seen like Abraham Lincoln and stuff like that. Like
Of course, of
you
course.
can make anything. Peter Griffin, like they Bane. Like I've seen so many like cool like Mii fighters like created in the Mii Maker. And so basically you have like a sort of like a not say endless possibilities, but kinda, you know. Um so yeah, and I think this might have been the announcement of Amiibo, like period. Like I don't think Amiibos were ever actually shown up until now. So
Oh,
I
wow.
believe yeah, Amiibos are revealed as a thing. Didn't know I'm pretty sure Nintendo didn't know how popular they were gonna be because there was like the scarcity thing going on and
Wow,
yes.
scarcity in games? Who would have thought? That's never been a
uh
thing before.
So yeah, what else here? Let's go ahead and skip around here. So we're showing off the Mii fighters. We got Sakurai showing them off, and I think he's gonna show off like Abraham Lincoln. I think on here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let's. I think one of
Nintendo
them.
is so good.
I think they even showed off Elijah Wood on here. I think that was hilarious. If memory serves correctly here. Let's
Our
see.
king nerd, Elijah Wood.
Me brawler, me sword fighter, me gunner, and yes, you know. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they showed off the specialized move sets. I think that's Abraham Lincoln gets sworn in.
Uh,
Elijah Wood,
oh my god. Why does it
Ice
look
T,
spot on, though?
Ice
What?
T.
I don't know how they did it. How does it look so goddamn good?
So yeah, obviously they're leaning into the footage. They're showing off like game modes and stuff like that. Let's see here.
I think
Okay,
Nintendo does a good job, but nobody, at least that I've seen, has matched Devolver Digital's level of storytelling in their trailers. Because that's a full on, like, short movie. And it's always so. Actually, last year when we watched it, I was like, I'm going to have to switch off the screen because something weird is going to happen. There was hardly any blood in last year's Devolver, but I'm expecting this one to just be awful, and I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna say this real quick here. These are like prototypes, amiibos that they're
Mhm.
obviously showing off before the full retail release. A fireball looks way better, like in this mock-up thing here that they have. Like it's more orangey, and then this is red. One of the things that you'll notice is that like they show off there were 12 amiibos that launched day one in November with the Smash Wii U, and when they show off like later on, they were like the prototype, like not retail units, but like here's the mock-up, and they're pretty close. They're pretty close to like the real deal with the final release. They just have just a little bit more detail, and they have like just something cooler about them. Um, and I'll even like get into it whenever they show it off here. But yeah, I guess here Reggie's basically explaining what the concept of amiibo is to people because like amiibo wasn't a thing until now.
Would
Um,
you say Amiibos paved the way for Funkos to be a thing? Because a lot of people got back into figure collecting.
yeah, yeah, I will say amiibos were my foray into like a figurine collecting. I never was a person to collect any kind of figurines of any time, but one of the things that I wanted to do when I first got the amiibos was like I wanted to just collect certain characters, and that's it. Like I want this character, and then fuck everyone else. But the
Yeah,
problem is that there's like this gotta catch 'em all like Pokemon like mentality thing where like you can't just have the
you can't
the
have one.
ones. You have to have them all together. You have to have a matching set. You have to have a full complete set. And the thing about amiibos is that, and then we'll get into it later. I'll literally show you in a later presentation. Amiibos, they look better when they're standing next to each other. I don't know if you know that, but like, I guess the same is true with Funko Pop. But like, when they're together, they look better. They amp each other up presentation wise.
That sounds like the mentality of a man who's like, you know what? You look a little lonely. What's another one? Put them together, make a whole family. That's what you sound
Yeah,
like.
yeah. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. The Luigi meme.
Ah,
There
the
we go.
iconic
Yeah, there we go.
Nintendo.
uh,
Thank you for being meme machines for years.
let's see. Come on, show us the amiibo. Oh, they're not gonna do it.
Bubbles says
Oh.
she feels like if she ever starts collecting something, it's game over. She already has a problem with makeup and gym clothes.
Oh God, no! They didn't show off the amiibos. But okay, so a little story time with the amiibo is that the Nintendo was only planning on producing a certain number of amiibo for certain characters.
Mhm,
Like they were obviously going to produce a shit ton of Pikachu and Mario and Link amiibos because and Yoshi's
mhm,
and those are like common because they are popular characters, and so therefore they manufactured more of them. But
mhm.
characters like Villager and Wii Fit Trainer and Marth, they were considered not popular and stuff like that. So what ended up happening was there was a scarcity thing where they became the Trinity. They became the rare amiibos, and I didn't. And I wish I would have known that that was going to happen because because suddenly because I couldn't have them, I wanted them, and
Of
then I
course.
had to pay like extravagant eBay prices for those amiibo because I was the only way I could have them. So yeah.
Sir, you have a problem. I love you so much, but you have a problem.
uh, yeah, but then we're seeing obviously Yoshi's Woolly World. Let's see. Let's skip around here. So we got Yoshi's Woolly World. I don't know if it's being wait. Yeah, this is being announced. Technically, it's not. This is not like the first time it was announced per se. We talked about it in 2013 where it was a prototype, and like we showed you early footage and for like
Mhm.
a couple of seconds, and I was saying, oh yeah, this wasn't a thing in the final release. This is like literally what is this like a year and a half later, and we're finally seeing like an actual true reveal of it. And let's see. Obviously, it's showing a lot of yarn and stuff here in the background and stuff. But
I mean,
uh,
I'm still waiting for more Bayonetta. It took 4 years, so a year and a half ain't bad. Or even Breath of the Wild. How we saw that announced 2013, or them
oh my
talk about
god,
it.
oh my god, I can't believe they're so jealous. Those aren't the amiibo, by the way. Those are just things that they made in the office. Um,
I could
so
see
yeah.
how parents like amiibos too, because you can justify it to your parent. Because I mean, Nintendo's the only I almost said franchise company I think of where parents are involved. PlayStation, Xbox, I don't think parents. I think grown ass people arguing about stuff. But Nintendo, it's like can have this figurine and I can use it in this game and probably other games in the franchise or in the why do I want to say franchise? Other games in their whole library. So if you just spend this money and get me this, and it looks cute on the shelf, I would
Yeah,
justify it that way.
my nephews like to play with my amiibos as if they were toys, and I'm like, no, don't play with it. Like slap their hands and stuff like that.
Please don't touch that.
Like, don't
I'll
touch
be so sad.
it. But this is the reveal of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is basically a mode that was very successful in Super Mario 3D World. Um, People like those stages, and so they made a whole game out of it. Uh, we got the Breath of the Wild. This was like the very first look of Breath of the Wild. Now, this is literally like the only footage that we got to have. So this is June 2014, come out until March 2017. So, like,
Jesus.
they were originally targeting a 2015 release date. By the way, it had said 2015, like the year at the end of this, it just said 2015.
Yeah,
No,
right.
no release window, or I guess no release like November or holiday. No, just the year. And everyone was thinking holiday 2015, but
Yeah.
uh, let's see here.
At
Let's
least
see.
it came out in one of 2017. I don't know if anybody's gone back and like looked at the movies, the music, the games that came out that year. I don't know what was in the water, but it was on and popping. It was so good.
This is like the best effect that I would like to just say. It was like he's at the green screen, obviously, and
Mhm.
like, and now here is Breath of the Wild. Like,
That's Bean had
and
to Google what the Wii Fit trainer is. Wii Fit trainer was mommy for a while. I remember when people were horny on the internet for her. People
and
are horny
then
on the internet for everything. Never mind.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, what is it? Rule 37 or something like that.
Rule
Um,
34.
34. Yeah.
I
Oh,
wouldn't know. I wanna know.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know?
And then so as he's talking about Breath of the Wild and stuff like that, it literally like from this frame, like it just jumps into a trailer, like out of like seemingly nowhere. It's like people were caught off guard how it just turned into a trailer. So let me see if I can skip to that part where it starts. So obviously you can see the game is running in seemingly real time. You got the win, and he's just idling right there,
Yeah.
and then boom.
That's some Red Dead level shit right there.
So yeah, this is literally like the only thing that we had to work with for like a good long time, and people were just like, oh my god, like
Could
um,
you imagine if the Guardians ran after you like that?
they kind of do, but not like this, obviously. But they do run after. Some of them do run after you.
Oh, no, I'm good. I already got living nightmares. I don't need that chasing me. Oh, they kind of did something like
Yeah,
that in the Horizon Forbidden West trailer, showing off when Aloy can put the thing into her new spear.
yeah, that was a lie. Lies. Ah, God.
But
Okay.
I'm I'm a proponent of, especially after, and this game always gets ripped on by me after Cyberpunk. Let it take it as long as it goddamn needs to. In fact, I prefer if
Yeah.
you delay it.
Yeah, but I think I went on my diatribe on part one where I was like I hated the fact that they gutted the Wii U version of the
They
game for the
really ripped it apart.
yeah. So yeah, this is obviously showing off Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and obviously the Robot Chicken collaboration is still in effect here. They're still like they do like little interstitials and stuff like that. Completely forgot what's being said here, but obviously they're both in Smash 4
I don't think you need
together.
any more coffee, little Mac. I think you're good, bruh. Eh, macaroni with the chicken stew. Oh, damn. Why has Bayonetta just got to be so seductive right off the tip? That's what she said.
uh, so this is June, so I think it came out in October or September, October. So it's like literally they got a lot of footage to show off here. Let's see. Look at this collaborations.
I
Bayonetta
remember this.
has costumes.
Bayonetta
Yeah,
has so many costumes. It's kind of wild. Ah, Bayonetta.
and it came with Bayonetta 1. Yes.
It should.
Let's see here. We
Being
got
third gen Pokemon, third Gen 3 is best Pokemon. I'm old. I'm Gen 1. And now I just
still
get
am.
confused.
I'm still in the camp that Gen 2 is the best Pokemon, but especially the Gen 2 remakes and Gen
Mm.
4.
Pokemon was never like a game I really dove into. I've dove into it more now that I'm older. I'm not old, I'm older. So I'm just enjoying
And
it, enjoying the games. Hyrule Warriors, what's up?
we got an official logo, which the name was final. Remember we talked about how we ripped it into. It was like, why are
Yeah,
you showing it off in Arial font?
they really did do that. Oh, I forgot.
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Um,
This is a banging game.
oh, you've played it. Oh,
I have. I'm not a super like Kirby fan, but just like the creative aspect of it kind of blew me away. I was like, this is so cool.
the claymation style kind of thing going on.
Yup.
Um, I believe this is like a sequel because there was a game kind of similar like this before. Um, I think on the DS or something. But yeah. Um, so we got that. Let's see what else here.
Kirby.
What is this? Xenoblade Chronicles X, as you can
Okay.
see here, right there. I think it's got its announcement here um, for December, if I'm not mistaken. And then we
Z-
got the announcement.
Xenoblade is one of those Jesus franchises I'm scared to dive into, kind of like a Persona 5. Like I know I would dedicate so much time to just playing it. Persona 5 500 hours minimum to get 100%. Ah, no thank you.
Oh God, I can't believe they just had Reggie like Superman laser beam that guy.
Sometimes you just
Uh,
got to take somebody out.
so
Sometimes.
this is the announcement of Mario Maker, by the way. Um,
Mario Maker is this I guess there's two, so yeah, it is this old. Jesus. What is
so
time?
yeah,
Time is inconsequential. I don't know her.
yeah, this is an interesting one because like there's never been we've talked about like Mario ROM hacks and stuff like that, like Kaizo
Mhm.
Mario, and there's never been an official like way to make your own Mario game per se. So this is literally Nintendo giving you like the keys to the kingdom kind of thing.
This was
Um,
such a genius idea to make this game.
yeah, like just so much cool physics, by the way, going on here. If I'm not mistaken, if I might have been this very same E3, either it was either E3 2014 or E3 2015, where it demoed really well. Where they haven't done this thing in like at all. Oh God, they
Uh,
haven't done this thing anymore. But it was basically a marketing ploy, and I kind of hate that. That it was only. I kind of hate that it was only brought back for a sense for marketing purposes only. But they brought back the Nintendo World Championships.
I remember those.
Yeah, for E3, and this was this demoed at the Nintendo World Championships. Oh, by the way, this is a new franchise, a brand new franchise announcement.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Isn't it crazy
Um,
that Splatoon 3 was announced?
yeah, this was like the breakout franchise for the Wii U. Like literally, like this is completely brand new thing, like paintball. Like oh, it's only Nintendo would make a cutesy shooter like this, that kind of stuff. But just to finish out what I was saying about Mario Maker is, damn, what the fuck was I saying about Mario Maker? I lost.
Nintendo E3 World
Oh
Championships.
yeah, the World Championships. Okay, so during the World Championships, they actually showed off like Nintendo Treehouse created these banger ass levels, and the whole freaking like stadium, like the whole auditorium, people were just like shouting and yelling, like yeah, like it just got everyone hyped. And that moment right there, that moment sold a lot of copies of Mario Maker. I'm telling you, like just
Oh yeah.
uh, seeing that. Um, and this was actually really cool because everyone like us to bitch that Nintendo doesn't make new franchises, and then here
Well,
you
here you
go.
go. I love that everybody
uh,
also forgets Nintendo, family friendly, yes. But if you've played Bayonetta 2, in the first literally 20 minutes, there's A couple dick jokes. Somebody drops a hard motherfucker right in the middle of it. Like, Nintendo has games that aren't so child friendly, but I guess, we can't wipe the veneer of, "You're for the kids, you're a kids game." But the amount of people I've seen fighting over turnip prices, grown ass people over turnip prices in Animal Crossing, that is I've never seen anything like it. In every game I've played, I'm like, "This is something, y'all. It's some turnips, y'all need to chill."
Let's see. So we got, I guess, the developers are giving, because it's a new franchise, they give a lot of spotlight time for this game. Obviously, you gotta like promote it, but
Yeah.
like these guys right here, like, so these guys are like, obviously you can tell that they're young. Like they're not like the Shigeru Miyamoto's of the world. Like a lot of like higher ups at Nintendo that make these games, they've aged into their role. Like they're still
Mhm.
shepherding these franchises for like a really long time, and they have gray hair.
Mhm.
Um, so a lot of times with Nintendo, particularly, like I'm not gonna say that they don't come to the table with new ideas because they do. They always want to like they constantly like retooling their franchises, but in doing so, that in and of itself is a formula. You know the you know constantly retooling your formula is a formula. You know it's like it's kind of really weird and really like paradoxical in nature,
Yeah.
but there's like this I don't know like this Nintendo magic or Nintendo thing like that you kind of know what Nintendo is, and so it's like these guys they grew up on Nintendo and they're talking about it here on this developer interview how like they grew up on Nintendo and they want to make Nintendo games, and so they're basically like hey they pitched to Nintendo's like hey we want to make this game and this cool ideas, and then they were given the leeway to do that, and I think that that was actually really cool. So yeah.
Nintendo, there's a reason why people leave them in their own corner. I mean, we laughed at them when they did the Labo thing, but people were on that, like, heavy. I'm like, "Just get some cardboard, cut it out yourself, God damn it." But
But
Nintendo
yeah,
does what Nintendo does.
yeah, and this was came out in May 2015, so a little like 11 months away from coming out, but obviously before the next E3, showcased very well and everything, and then they announced a Smash Brothers Invitational, which is it's basically what they did is this is the E3 before the game comes out. It's June 2014. It's in a playable state, obviously, and I
Mhm.
think it might have been at Best Buys. I think they had like the Best Buy thing where you can go to your local Best Buy, which I did, play the game. And then they did this invitational where they brought in like pro players, like people that are like famous for playing Melee and famous for playing Smash Brawl. Yeah, there's the Best Buy collaboration. Um, so they brought in these famous pro players to do a tournament at E3, and it was hype, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" The guy that ended up winning the tournament ended up becoming the best Smash Four player in the world for like the entire Smash Four run time. His name was Zero. He got canceled, but recently, but he's sort of uncanceled, but still kind of canceled. But either way,
Yeah.
so his legacy kind of got tarnished. But either way, his he was definitely uncontested as the best player in the world for the entire lifetime of the Smash Four series. So much so that during the first year, when you can factor in this tournament win, and then like every tournament that he attended, for like I think it was like 52 tournaments in a row. He
Jesus.
won every tournament he won, and he got the Guinness Book of World Records of the most tournament wins consecutively.
Holy wow. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. That's freakishly good. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then he even won Evo, which is insane. That's never been done before. He won Evo 2015, which is the first Evo of Smash Wii U. He won it without losing a single game. He perfected the entire run. You know how
Okay.
like you know how like you can play like a best of five, like you can win three games, and that guy won one game off of you, so it's a three
Mhm.
one victory. You won the set, but you dropped a game.
Mhm.
He won 2-0, 3-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Like he never lost.
Okay, God among us. Damn. That's
And
freakish
this
good skill.
I know, right? Yeah. And this is a brand new trailer for Smash Four. We are announcing the goddess that is Palutena
Mm,
as a playable character in Smash Four.
look at
Like,
her.
freaking, I want to see an anime. I want to see a Smash anime with this art style. Like, good God.
I bet you
Why can't
somebody's made it, but Nintendo, as they want to do, got shut it down.
like why can't we have nice things? You know?
Because Nintendo says, let's protect our copyright and just shut everything down, which, but damn. Do it yourself if you're going to shut it down.
um, and so yeah, I think that was so it's ending with Palutena. Oh, and we got Star Fox Zero being teased right here. So this is not an announcement of Star Fox Zero, but it's blurred out, and you can see Miyamoto is playing the demo a demo build of it. They're showing it like off screen and out of focus and blurred out on purpose. I'm not a fan of this kind of announcement. It's like a non-announcement announcement, but
Yeah,
basically, the this is again 2014. We're like 2 years into the Wii U, and one of the things is like the Wii U has this expensive peripheral like you're forced to buy into. When you buy the Wii U, it comes with the Wii U gamepad. And one of the
mhm,
things that like Nintendo kind of struggled with throughout the entire duration of the life cycle was justifying the Wii U gamepad's existence. Like Nintendo Land was a great thing. Mario Maker really did a good job of uh of like showcasing the gamepad. Like it was kind of integral.
mhm.
But one thing that they were trying to do is they were trying to shoehorn in like gamepad mechanics and stuff and implementations
Don't do
into
that.
like games like Star Fox Zero, which I told you that Star Fox Zero is a good game, but the controller sucks. I told you about how the gamepad is a cockpit view and that you have to aim by looking at the gamepad instead of looking at the TV.
No, I'm
So
good.
they were doing these things where they were trying to like justify it, and I don't know, it's like a backwards. It's like very non-Nintendo, but basically, here at this digital event, we had like 46 minutes. We had like the Robot Chicken collaboration, which was very fun and very awesome. We had the best Smash 4 trailers. We had two trailers. We had one with the Mii's and one with Palutena. We got
Mhm.
a brand new franchise with Splatoon. We got like like this badass Mario game, like Mario Maker, like the 2D Mario to end all 2D Marios. I mean, like honestly, like it is for me. Was a slam dunk on announcements, footage being shown, like the what do you call it? Like the presentation with like the cool collaborations, like very funny. Like the only thing I would say is like the pacing was a little off. Like that's the only thing I can't really give it a 10 out of 10. But I'll like forgive it because you were doing some good deep dives into like developer interviews that we don't really get to see much at
Yeah.
all from Nintendo. So we don't really get behind the scenes. Behind the scenes featurettes aren't a thing with Nintendo.
No.
That's for damn sure. So I will forgive the timing, and the pacing. But all in all, like this is the one to end all, like the end all be all for directs for me. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I gotta agree. The Robot Chicken, I love Robot Chicken, really set it off. They told a story. It started off hilarious. And I'm gonna go with a 9.5.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Not a full 10, because, there's always room for improvement, but a 9.5.
Damn, damn. So yeah, I think. What do you think? If you think if it was oh, but Breath of the Wild, I forgot about Breath of the Wild and Captain Toad. But anyways, like, do you think that if it were shorter, like, do you think that if you went from 45 minutes to 30 minutes, do you think you could have got it to 10 if you kept all the announcements but like trim the fat? What do you think?
They did a pretty good job. Like you said, they had to deep dive into some things. I think we could have done without the Star Fox. Like, just don't.
Well, luckily it wasn't an announcement. It was just more of like, oh, very coy. But we knew what it was after the fact, obviously. But
Of course, everything in
I don't
hindsight.
know. Everything in hindsight, yeah. But
Uh,
yeah, it's interesting.
it's it was I the Robot Chicken really took me out, and I love it.
Yeah, it's too bad that they okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead here and I'm gonna
Mhm.
say that I think Nintendo took the worst lessons from this. Like there was a positive reception to this direct, like everyone loved it and everyone was like, foaming at the mouth like, "Oh my god, I want more." And like Nintendo wanted to do it again. They wanted to recapture lightning in a bottle twice.
It's
you
hard
know
to do.
so you can already see where this is going.
Yep.
So, okay, so everyone was talking, like the big talk of the town was the Robot Chicken collaboration. And I
Mhm.
feel like that was the wrong takeaway that Nintendo got from this because Nintendo brought the hype. They brought the announcements. Like that was
Mhm.
like the meat. That is the meat and potatoes. The Robot Chicken is like the icing on the cake. You know, you have to have the cake there. And I think they leaned too much into the icing part.
Mhm.
So for the following E3, and I'm gonna just skip here to this one, and we'll come back to it in chronological order again. For the following E3, they did a collaboration with the Jim Henson Company, the people that made the
Okay.
Muppets. So they literally started off here, and we're not gonna get into the announcements. We're just gonna get to the Jim Henson Company of it all. Is the Muppets creators created Muppets for like Satoru Iwata, Reggie Fils-Aimé, and Shigeru Miyamoto. And good God, they look so good. Like, oh my God, this is
That's
so awesome.
eerily close.
So yeah, this is
I mean, I get it, but I think the Game Awards also did this, was it last year or the year before, where they had the Swedish Chef come out. The people A lot of people don't know what the Muppets are anymore, especially the younger generation. Like, I hate to say that, but they don't. They paved such a way, yeah, but the Muppets aren't
you
as
know,
big as they used to be, except for Kermit.
Muppets are still making movies, and like Jason Segel is
Mhm.
hanging out with the Muppets and like in theaters and stuff like that. So they're still getting theatrical releases.
Yep.
They're still Disney. I think Disney is partnered with them, but like Disney's not gonna let the Muppets fade into obscurity.
Never,
So I don't know.
ever.
I don't know about that one.
But I could ask,
But
my one of my friends, he's younger than me even, and his little sister, "Do you know who the Muppets are?" And they'd probably go, "I have no idea who that is."
like I would say Kermit and Miss Piggy are like they got the cachet.
Yeah, they're
Everyone
iconic.
else, everyone else doesn't. Like
No,
the two dudes that are always like heckling. I don't know who their names are, and I don't even
yeah,
know if they have names.
I don't
You
know.
know.
I honestly don't know.
So like again, Nintendo is like they like to meme. So they have
They do.
Reggie Fils-Aimé who's always known for saying my body is ready. He's out here doing fucking like push-ups,
Look at that dump truck
and
on the him. I'm
he's
sorry.
counting he's counting like a dump truck.
I can't believe I said that.
I I'm not surprised you would thirst for Muppets. So
Yeah, you know what?
uh,
Reggie, he looking good, he looking swole, his body is ready.
but he was doing like push-ups and he's like Nintendo 62, Nintendo 63, and then Nintendo 64. He's like, all right, my body's ready.
My god.
and then of course we got Miyamoto, who's basically like, I guess, very into his Mario aesthetic.
Mhm.
So yeah, but like they just made him look like these they make him look
Jesus.
very like lifelike and stuff. And
It's so creepy. It's getting towards that weird uncanny valley.
so this is they're basically saying, all right, let's get ready for our E3 presentation and stuff like that. And so,
Mhm.
all right, guys, let's start rolling and start getting ready. We're about to go live, and then all of a sudden, like this happened.
Do they know that the implication that they're implying that he's a furry is? Like, that's a whole other thing. Jesus. Oh, they're all furries. What's up, Flameser? Remember, you guys, we are live here and on Twitch. So twitch.tv/level1 underscore gaming, and you can go. Oh, they're all furries.
They're all freaking out, like, "What's going on?" Like, like, "Why are," like, they just started transforming, and so, yeah, they're basically, it's the announcement of, Star Fox Zero, but,
This is the weirdest way you could possibly do it. Is this a fever dream? Is this real?
And the game is not even that good, like, but, whatever.
They put so much
Uh
effort into it.
I like how Slippy Toad doesn't have a spot on the roster because nobody likes Slippy. But they're memeing and stuff like that. And these are the actual like Miyamoto and Reggie and everyone. They all Iwata. They voiced their selves for these Muppet things, and
That's even weirder.
regular, they're still in their regular voice, their regular like Miyamoto voices and stuff like that. They're not swapping over to the voice actors for Star Fox and for Falco and Peppy. And so
That's weird.
they're still talking to each other, and then Peppy as Iwata telling like Miyamoto to do a barrel roll and stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
god. That that's so much work for, like you said, a relatively game. But they
and
didn't
then
know
he's
it'd
like
be
I,
eh.
and then he's like, I can do better than a barrel roll. And then he's like, I can do you one better. And then they cut away to the actual announcement of Star Fox Zero. So
Anytime I see a world premiere, they didn't do it this year, but remember when the Game Awards used to have a world premiere or like
hmm
that? Anytime I see that, that's what my brain does. I'm like, that lady, I don't know who her voice is, but you need to stop because you're haunting my dreams sometimes.
So there was so basically I wanted to say that this is gonna definitely like be one of the worst ones, I will say, but to the point of saying like taking away the wrong lessons, they didn't really have any meat and potatoes as far as like premieres, like new announcements, new footage. Like it was a bit of a dry spell. And so Nintendo didn't have anything to talk about. And it felt like doing this whole like Jim Henson Company collaboration was kind of sort of like lampshading, or not like I say lampshading. It's sort of trying to like redirect the attention away from the lack of announcements
Hmm.
and get people to feel good. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it's a weird way to do it, but pop off, King.
All right. And so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the actual back to the chronological order of things here. We're going to move to the final Nintendo Direct of 2014. This is November of 2014. We have Majora's Mask 3D announced for the first
Okay.
time. So I think it's gonna come out like in the yeah, like literally in April of 2015. I like the text, by the way. I know how we like sort of like like to like make fun of like the lack of text, but like this font is trying to be kind of like the Majora's Mask font, like Dawn of the First Day kind of
Hmm.
thing. So this is definitely not the Majora's Mask that I wanted. Um, there was a fan made CGI trailer, which I'm pretty sure I can find it pretty quickly here. I'm gonna look for it right now. But there was a fan made CGI trailer of Majora's Mask for the Wii U, and I wanted that more than anything. And I feel like this was a little bit of a stab in the heart kind of thing, where I didn't get the cool thing that I wanted, basically. All right, I think I found it. So
And now
I'm
you're
just gonna
left
play.
with the what if.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and play this trailer here. This
Mhm.
is a fan made Wii U trailer. Um, and it was very dark, very moody, and obviously you can go from like the old spinning thing to the new spinning thing. Um, these graphics, like I'm not gonna say like I'm a little bit hypocritical. Like I've never been one to say like graphics are everything, but when the graphics are so good, like I can't help but want it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is like just this sold me on getting a Wii U version of Majora's Mask. Like this looks like it was probably built in Unreal Engine, which I don't even know if the
Probably.
Wii U even supports Unreal Engine, but good God.
Wow. Oh, that's not terrifying at all.
I love that. You've met with the terrible fate, haven't you? That's like a very good iconic line that the Happy Mask salesman says, and the music is very spooky and very eerie, and yeah, and
Okay. What? Oop, there it is.
uh,
Don't jump
good
scare me.
God, yeah,
That is sexy. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying that we got this instead, like.
It really just
you
looks
know,
like a bit of paint on it.
but to be fair, okay, this is developed by Grezzo, by the way. Grezzo were the people that made Ocarina of Time 3D. So Ocarina of Time 3D has already been made. You have the assets, you have the engine. Literally, just make Majora's Mask. It's right there. Like it almost makes itself. Which
Yeah,
we talked about ROM hacks before, and I'm gonna go out on the limb and just say that Majora's Mask is a ROM hack of Ocarina of Time.
I believe
And
that.
I'm gonna tell you why. Majora's Mask was made in 1 year, in 12 months.
How?
They literally reused assets from Ocarina of Time.
It's a ROM hack. A legally made ROM hack.
So I'm gonna just put it. I'm just saying that like right there. So people were comparing like Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time in the sense like it's just reusing assets and all that kind of stuff. People were expecting Breath of the Wild and its sequel to be that mirror of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, where you already have the foundation made and you can just basically reuse assets and the engine.
Mm-hmm.
And people were expecting like a tighter turnaround for Breath of the Wild 2. And here we are 5 years later, no Breath of the Wild 2.
No, none for you. I-
um,
How? What do you feel? Should they do the copy and paste, or should they ground up it every time?
well, I mean, they're doing a copy and paste in this one. Like Breath of the Wild 2 is basically the same engine, the same character models, and just yeah, I don't know. Like I think the whole copy and pasting is cool to do tight turnarounds to you know Assassin's Creed 2 to 3 and things like that.
Yeah,
But I don't know. Like I'm all for I don't know. I guess you can have both. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want some games to do the sequel thing, the tightly turnaround sequel where they reuse assets, and I like some sequels to start from scratch. You know, I don't think it's like one or the other. It's more of like let's do a case by case, franchise by franchise.
mm-hmm.
When certain things are stale, then you start over.
Mm-hmm.
And when certain things are popping off, you strike while the iron's hot. You
I
know?
believe that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The only thing
that's
I
kind of.
don't want to see is reused boss fight assets in the boss fight of the next game. I would be pissed. Like, you can reuse everything else. Don't reuse these same mechanics. Don't reuse the same graphics. Don't reuse the same assets. Do not. Just, you had one job. It's the final boss. Come on.
uh, so yeah, we got Majora's Mask. Let's see what else. I think I have my notes here. Let's see. We got Majora's Mask, codenamed Steam, which is I'm not really one for this. It's just kind of like this. Not say is it RTS? It's kind of got that SOCOM vibes going on to this. Uh, yeah, I think that's kind of what it is.
Okay.
Um, Never, I didn't buy it, but it's got amiibo functionality where if you put in certain Fire Emblem character amiibos, and they'll literally join your game as playable characters like Ike or something like that. So I don't think they announced it in this direct. It was at a later direct where they're like, "Hey, we got amiibo functionality." But this is like the first announcement of Codename Steam. Uh, I guess they didn't. They were trying to make it a thing, but I don't think it's a franchise at all. Like might have been
I
like a one and done.
don't think so. I've never heard of it.
Let's see here. Yeah. Codename Steam. We got NES Remix is coming to the 3DS. I think this is NES Remix. Yeah, this is NES Remix. We got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker again being shown off again.
Look at him.
Let's
Little toad.
let's see. Comes out in December.
Aw, toad. Toad.
Mm,
Once
oh,
again.
okay. So I'm guessing they're showing off the buying digital games on the website now. Basically, now that's a thing. As if whatever. I mean, there's already an eShop on the 3D on the Wii U and 3DS built in, but now I guess they have a web browser, which surprising. I'm surprised that they didn't already before. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
sometimes
I've
they're a little
never.
slow.
I've never been one to like buy games on a website and then like oh queue it up to my console. I always just buy it directly off of the console. So
Yeah, that's weird to me.
like by the way, like look at like these models are like very detailed and very good. Like Peach looks better on this than she does in the retail units.
Poor Peach.
Yeah.
Poor Peach.
Let's see. We got some more amiibos that are coming. Okay, so you got that table. I remember this table of amiibos. Again, these are like the mock-ups, I guess. Oh
Mhm.
man, they didn't have like the close-up shot. I didn't see a close-up shot. This is uh this is DLC from Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 had already come out by this point, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Mario Kart 8 is
Uh,
DLC of Mario Kart 8 at this point. Like,
let's see here. Where am I? We're in November 2014, so I
mhm.
believe in May of 2014 it came out. So yeah, this was DLC expansion where you had Link joining the roster, a Hyrule Castle stage. So yeah, there was a season pass thing that happened with Mario Kart 8, and so with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, these DLC stages were added as part of the base game, Deluxe. So yeah, this is
Okay, Mario Kart, pop off.
this was right here. This was Excite Bike.
Mhm.
So
Iconic game.
so yeah. Oh, F-Zero, by the way, those were like an F-Zero stage. So yeah, they had a lot going on here. Um, let's see what else. Okay, they were sold in 2 packs. Of course they are.
Mhm. $8
Let's.
each.
hmm Oh,
So
and then
like
they showed off
30. Oh,
amiibo
wow.
functionality. All right. So when you scan the amiibos, you get a me costume, like a me costume of the characters.
See?
So
Oh, Kirby. You're so round.
so yeah, it's really cool. It was like a one-time scan. You don't have to like scan it one or multiple times. Like once you scan it for the first time, it's saved permanently to your game. So you don't even have to like buy the amiibos. If you have a friend that owns it, you just borrow it. Here, let me scan it one time, and then I did that for my nephews.
What a
um,
good uncle you are.
some more Kirby Rainbow Curse. Let's see what else. Um, oh, Hyrule Warriors. This is basically, I guess, new footage. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that yet.
Oh, amiibo functionality being shown. Okay.
Pop off.
Yeah. Ah, a new character trailer announcement. Uh, I love this trailer. By the way, like, cause it's like the screen, you know the sound effects,
Yep.
and I like this one where like they're showing off like gameplay of Duck Hunt, and then he's missing every shot, and then he's laughing at you.
Don't laugh at me. My aim sucks, man. Okay.
And I love that the Smash characters with 8-bit designs are there. Like Bowser, Pit, Samus, like I love it. I love that attention to details. Like, come on, just come to Smash.
Look at
and
that. That is oof. Nintendo knows its roots and its heritage, and they embrace it every chance they can. what's up, puppy?
Yeah. I really okay. This I will never forgive Nintendo for this. This should have been a taunt.
That should have been. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Like like the dog always laughs at you when you miss your shots.
Mhm.
Like that like that's literally right in the name taunt. Like, I don't know why they didn't make it a taunt, but this is how he starts the fight in the 3, 2, 1 countdown. He enters the stage, by doing the thing where he jumps into the grass and does the laugh, and that's it. Like that's the only time you ever see that animation. So,
No, that's a taunt.
so yeah, it's
I
a
Jesus.
cool one. I like how like they again a character that this they made up a whole entire move set for him and it works.
And literally
Yeah,
a
so
not forgettable character because it's really the only character in Duck Hunt. Ugh, I can't wait till people make light guns work with modern stuff.
there is a PC solution that somebody made an adapter for it.
Ooh,
Um,
shit.
so yeah, this is technically the first time in Smash history where there's 3 characters that you're playing as because technically uh this is so you see the reticle, right?
Mm,
Obviously, they're showing that like the somebody is playing the game with the Wii Zapper on the outside and taking aim because when he does his forward smash, he does like the reticle thing that
mhm.
hits that somebody just hit like so technically Duck Hunt isn't doing that. It's somebody playing the game that's shooting.
That's very fourth wall. Jesus.
So like the can, like as you can see, like the can that's bouncing, somebody shooting the can.
That's some meta shit, man. I don't know. That's some weird shit.
I know. So Deadpool, eat your heart out. But
Right?
yeah. So let's see here. Oh, Duck Hunt's coming to the Wii U Virtual Console. There you go. Uh, so with the Wii U Virtual Console, the Wii remote has the IR sensor where you can. So that's how you point and aim. It's basically emulating it through using the IR sensor. Um,
Oh shit,
the Wii
okay.
remote pointer functionality. Let's see, Shovel Knight. Okay, we got to see that. A great game. We see Affordable Space Adventures. I did a Let's Play on that on my YouTube channel. It was really good. Let's see, Persona Q. I never heard of, never really played it. I'm showing off themes. Um, oh, they made Pikmin shorts and they charged $5 for it.
You crazy.
I'm not, a, I'm not a fan of that. But basically, you literally they showed a little bit of it here. They had made these high quality CGI shorts and buy it and download them and save them to your SD card slash drive. But
I
I don't
bet you they're
know.
on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
N-
So
That
yeah,
is I don't know if you're gonna do something like that. And I know poor Pikmin probably got it because it's like it's Pikmin, it's historic. Let's try it. If people don't like it, then it is what it is. Leave Pikmin alone. Treat Pikmin with respect, man. Come on. But that is to sell a goddamn short. I also forget this is 2014, so different times.
Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's November. Okay, this is the final time we're going to see Xenoblade Chronicles X. The game is literally a month away. It launched in December. This is November of 2014. Looking a little bit better,
Looking a
I will
lot
say.
better.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's got like this weird polygon thing going on with the trees. Like as I'm looking at these trees, like the textures kind of seem very flat and just.
Don't look at
Ugh.
them.
But otherwise, I mean, like at least the frame rate is a little bit better. I guess in these closer corridor, like inside the buildings, not in the open world, but like the polygon count goes up.
Yeah.
But
Still
yeah,
so much shit on the screen. Oh my god.
and there's a lot of frame tearing going on, by the way. So, but
I
yeah,
can, yeah.
so
It's
very.
pretty.
I gotta say, like, I gotta just throw it out there, like the animation, the run animation, hella basic.
It's yeah, I wasn't gonna point it out, but when you see a weird
uh,
walk cycle, a weird run cycle, you just look at it, go, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Something wrong with that one.
but yeah, they're obviously got more to show. Um, wait a minute, available 2015. Did it get delayed? Interesting. I remember this coming out in December, but did it? And I'm sure they didn't get it delayed a whole last year, but whatever. I'll
Who
have to like
knows?
look into that later. Oops, I accidentally started it over. Let's see, we got some more Splatoon stuff, and I think it end. That's it. It ended with Splatoon.
Okay.
Okay, so just to recap here, Majora's Mask, codename Steam, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Xenoblade Chronicles X more footage, Splatoon more footage. Um, I would say the only thing that was announced that's worth a damn is Majora's Mask, and even then, I was very disappointed because it's not the Majora's Mask that I wanted, but
Mhm.
just the one that we got. Mario Kart 8 DLC revealed, and yeah, that is. Oh, Duck Hunt coming to Smash. Oh,
Mm.
and Duck Hunt Virtual Console release, stealth drop. I'm assuming. Um, 6 is that's. I think that's being generous.
5. That is being generous. I mean, it was good. What was already announced, we did see that new, which I always appreciate. Don't just keep showing me the trailer, same trailer, but like, you could have, this could have been a tweet. This could have been a tweet. This could have been an email. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I was being generous, but yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll leave it as a 6. Like, I mean, Majora's Mask, I think that's it gives us some people like a definitive way of playing it, and then
Mhm.
also, I mean, you could get more Smash trailers and
Yeah,
uh Mario Kart 8 getting some DLC treatment. I think that's the first time Mario Kart got DLC. So
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, so we'll keep it moving. But that was it for 2014. That was just 3 directs. I think obviously the summer digital event obviously was the one that did all of the heavy lifting.
Yep.
So we had a 5, a 9.75, and then a 5.5. So
Awesome. Okay.
all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to 2015, and that is gonna bring us to January of 2015. We're starting things off here with let's see, where does it start off here? We have okay. This is a This is an interesting announcement here. Let's see if it starts off with that one. What the hell is this? Oh, Fire Emblem. Oh, Fire Emblem. Is it Fates? Let me see here. This is what the fuck is this? That's got like a little show notes here. 1 week. Let's see. 130. Fire Emblem. Okay, so it just says Fire Emblem. Okay, so this is, I'm assuming, Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS. At the time, it doesn't have a title because even Nintendo's description just puts Fire Emblem on it, so it didn't have a title yet. Um, this one is a bit of a discussion piece that we're gonna talk about later,
Mm.
about its release strategy. And but for now, all we know is the footage that they're showing us, which is Fire Emblem Fates is brought us Corrin, and Corrin came to Smash. If you're Yeah, that's Corrin right there with the water dragon thing going on. I don't know if you're familiar enough with Fire Emblem or this game in particular.
No.
Okay. It's got a cool anime style. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and move on to the next bit. See here. I'm gonna just go to this. They show off Pokemon Shuffle, whatever. Don't care. Uh, Actually, you know what? Real talk. I actually did play this game on my phone. Pokemon Shuffle came to a phone and 3DS at the same time. It is a
I
match
was gonna
3 puzzle game.
Oh god, no.
It is it is a match 3 puzzle game in the sense in the vein of, Candy Crush, and, you know, they were, like, all the rage back then,
Yep.
and I was very addicted to this game. Sorry.
I'm not judging you. These games can be
So,
fun.
yeah,
And it was the
yeah,
time. Candy Crush was popping. I mean, Candy Crush is still popping, let's be honest, but
yeah, yeah.
a lot of these games came out around this time.
Alright. So, by the way, Iwata looking hella thin right now. Okay, he never publicly ever announced that he was battling cancer. And he literally passed away that June. So this is January. So June 2015, he did the Muppet thing for E3. You know, the voicing,
Mhm.
and he didn't actually go to travel to Los Angeles for E3 that year because his health didn't allow him to travel, and then he had passed on like weeks later. Uh,
Jesus.
so unfortunately, sad news. Um, but just going into the actual announcement of it all, um, Wii games came to the Wii U, which is a very dumb statement to say because the Wii U is already backwards compatible with the Wii. However, whenever you wanted to play Wii games on the Wii U, you basically there were two OSs on the Wii U. I don't know if you know this, where you have to. It's like it's got this partition thing where you can press this icon and it turns your Wii U into Wii mode, and in Wii mode you can play Wii Virtual Consoles titles as well as your Wii discs. You have to like launch the games through Wii mode. You can't launch the games directly on the Wii U, like at all. So
That's why make it so complex?
it's like imagine if you wanted to run like the PS3 games on the PS4, and there's a partition in the OS, and you have to go to PS3 mode and pull up the cross media bar in order to play PS3 games or something like that. It's basically like that.
Ugh. I mean, I've had to use dual boot PCs of Mac and Windows, and that stuff is annoying already.
so they still dropped Mario Galaxy 2 after this presentation, and then that was literally a week later, Punch Out for the Wii, and then a week later, Metroid Prime Trilogy for the for the for the Wii. Now, these are virtual console games. They're technically under the virtual console umbrella. I will say this: these are like perfectly emulated Wii games. If you wanted to buy Metroid Prime Trilogy and getting a physical copy of it is prohibitively expensive, you can buy it on the low, cheaply, digitally. I think for $20 on the Wii U eShop,
Jesus.
and that's 3 games for $20. It
Can't go
is
wrong with that.
literally it is literally a steal to buy these games for that low price. Like, yeah, so just throwing that
Jesus.
out there. And also
Chocolate could slide it through.
The Wii U eShop is literally going to close its doors in like August. Basically, I know it's going to come close in March of next year,
Mm.
but the ability to add your credit card and actually make purchases will get disabled in like August. So it's not really a real 1 year heads up. But I'm gonna go back here. Um, so basically, as you can see, like on the Wii U gamepad, you can see like the Wii games are installed digitally right there, and so you can boot it directly to the Wii U OS. So yeah.
Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
All right. So then let's see here. What else? We have more of the same, just more footage. I'm gonna just go ahead and skip to. Let's see. We got Captain Toad, Amiibo functionality. Um, cool. And then there's also the worst Mario Party to ever Mario Party, and that is Mario Party 10.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
uh, have you know? Did you know about this?
No.
Oh God, it is literally the worst Mario Party. Um, okay, so all of your characters are in the same cart together. as you can see, they like there's no individual movements of the board. So
Why?
when you roll the dice, you all roll together.
No, no.
It is
Look, I'm
like
trying to
that
win and
is
beat your ass.
the mini games kind of forgettable. They're really not that fun. Like I'm not gonna lie. This Amiibo game board thing sucks. Like it is just not that good. And you know what the worst part is like I literally like when I played Mario Party with my friends when my friends came over to play, I literally would pop out my GameCube, plug it into my TV, and we played that instead of going like I had to go through the trouble of like putting the wires and like putting it all
Mhm.
together while the Wii was already plugged in. But like fuck that, we're gonna play Mario Party, at its prime. So
Why
yeah,
wouldn't you? Jeez, poor Mario Party 10. You made some decisions that didn't work out for you.
yeah, and the worst part is like we gave it a fair shake. By the way, we actually did. Like we did play it a couple of times just to make sure that our opinion of it isn't like just like based off
Biased,
of
yeah.
yeah. We played it. We didn't have fun with it. We didn't like it, and we had more fun with GameCube Mario Party.
Hell
So
yeah.
let's see here. What else? There's I'm looking over all these articles. This is not going on here. Okay, the announcement of a new 3DS hardware. So let's go back here. Was it a 2011? Yeah, March 2011. 3DS comes out, and then a year and a half later, the 3DS XL comes out, and now like another little bit, a 2DS comes out. So now we're gonna go into the new 3DS.
Oh my
So
god. Really rode this thing into the ground, didn't they?
yeah, yeah, the new 3DS is how do I put this? It's better, obviously. You got like
Mm,
more shoulder buttons, like triggers, and then it's got like a C stick, which is kind of like a right stick built in. It's got a faster processor. It's got eye tracking 3D. Like it definitely, for me, in my personal biased opinion, is that it justified itself for me. Um, I liked it. I liked the plus I'm always a fan of having like the latest and greatest. I'm that bitch.
You are that
So
bitch, and that is okay.
so yeah, they're showing off the nub. I don't know if you know this, but back in the '90s, there used to be laptops where like a nub would be in the middle of
Yep,
the
I had
and
one.
then you could use that to like use to move the mouse over. It is literally that.
Great. Yeah, bring back oh, what did bring back the nipple. Yeah, that's what we want.
Oh, by the way, as you can see, it has Amiibo functionality built in. It's got like an NFC reader.
Mhm.
In case you didn't know this, there was a hockey puck that you needed to use Amiibo on original 3DS hardware. Like that was it. It had a you had to like um. So let me explain something to you here.
Mm,
On the back of the 3DS, like somewhere over here on the 3DS regular 3DS, including the new ones, there was
mhm.
an IR sensor.
Okay.
And so like the IR sensors that you use on TV remotes.
Mhm.
So the hockey puck had to be in visual alignment with the 3DS's IR sensor to use it. So you had to lay it flat on a table
That's
to use it
so
that way.
annoying.
So obviously it's a godsend to have it built right into the 3DS itself. So
We take for granted the things we have now, I tell you.
uh, so yeah, obviously, it's got better web browser functionality because it's got better CPU. The games
Mm,
download faster because again, it can just handle that. So everything's better on the new 3DS. Obviously, like they'll even show you. Okay, real talk. Okay, that booted up. Obviously, they're showing a fast forwarded version of it.
mhm.
A regular 3DS, like they didn't even show it booting up. Like the regular 3DS took forever to boot up Smash 3DS. Like
because
you
it's a
would play,
chunky
you would
boy.
yeah, you would launch the game, and it would literally take like days. And like sometimes you would think to yourself, man, is this even like, is my 3DS even on? Because it's like a black screen that's showing nothing, no response, because it's taking forever to load.
I'm just trying to play
Uh,
a game and I've killed it.
so yeah, that's the new 3DS. Oh,
Good
and of course,
Valentine's Day gift.
of course, the new with the new 3DS, it's uh games definitely had better functionality. I would say
Hmm.
like the games ran better. It's some games required it. Oh, and yeah, look at they did a dramatization here for screen images simulated, where the 3D effect is only perfectly, it's only like perfect when it's straight on. However,
Okay.
the new 3DS, since it's got this eye tracker with the front-facing camera right over here,
Hmm.
since it's got eye tracking technology, it shifts the 3D effect to match your eyes.
Oh, that's weird. And I like
So
it.
like you have if you view it off kilter, it's still in 3D.
Nintendo coming at here with the good tech.
So yeah, I will say that it's definitely like you can't go backwards once you have the new 3DS.
No,
You're never gonna want to use the old one ever again.
that makes sense. Why would going back and playing older video games, which is the topic we covered, is different than going back and using old tech. Very different.
So one of the things that the old 3DS did is it utilizes like regular SD cards, like the like SD cards for like a digital camera, like
Hmm.
big ones. The new 3DS uses micro SD cards. I think that was a win versus, I think micro SD cards are now more of the standard these days.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. There was something else that they showed off here. Oh, okay. So the new 3DS. Okay, how do you feel about this? No power plug in the box.
Absolutely
You're
not.
muted. I bet you're muted.
I
You're
was
not.
getting angry.
I saw
Absolutely
your mouth
not.
moving. I'm like,
Put
okay.
it
So
in the box.
Japan has this culture where they don't put power adapters inside their packaging because they think it's wasteful. They think that they assume the assumption is that you already have one lying around.
Give me another one. I'm gonna break it.
And so they've been selling DSIs, DSIs XLs, 3DSs, 3DS XLs, 2DSs. So they've been supplying you with these power supplies, and they're saying like if you're the assumption is that the new 3DS owners are not going to be new to the 3DS family of systems. You're going to be upgrading from something, and if you upgrade from something, you have the power adapter that fits
That is such a dumb mentality to have.
it. Which, to be fair, I was upgrading, so I will say, personally, like I have two of them. Like I had two of them lying around.
Hmm.
I did let one of my friends borrow it or like let have it because he's like, "Hey, I need one." I'm like, "Okay, sure, I have an extra one." And now I'm like, I literally have to rely on just the one I have, and I don't like having to rely on just one. I like having a backup ready to go in case it
Hmm.
breaks or something. But you know,
Exactly. I would rather have too much than not enough.
oh yeah, Codename Steam. They're showing off the Amiibo functionality as I told you about.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, like Marth and Ike, and they're playable. Let's see here. Let me see if I can scroll down to like the Codename Steam, Xenoblade. Okay, so because they announced the new 3DS, Xenoblade Chronicles was like the launch title for the new 3DS, and the new 3DS has its better CPU. I'm not sure
Hmm.
better GPU, but better CPU that this game was only playable on the new 3DS. Like you can't run it on the old 3DS. It just won't work. And to be fair to that thing is that some people think that the Wii version is still the definitive way to play it because um, it kind of has some performance issues um, on the new 3DS.
Mm, I'm all for. See, we had this conversation about like Horizon, because Horizon, PS5 and PS4. So I don't, as long as people get to play, I really don't care what generation it's on, because you do have that weird gap sometimes. Just
See,
don't blame other
like
people.
this does not look good. Like when you compare it side by side to the Wii version, like this looks better on the Wii version.
I don't want to look
So
at them.
like so yeah, like I will say that I have both versions. I played only the Wii version like for like a couple of minutes to make sure it works. I like having the Wii version because I know it's a rare game that's worth a lot of money, so that's
Mm,
cool. Like hashtag flex. But
yeah.
it's nice that, it's made more available to people on the new 3DS. It's like it's a more accessible. I will say that the GameStop had a controversy because of Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. Like I don't know if you know about that, where like they would like break the seal of new Xenoblade Chronicles and sell them as used at a markup
Why am I
because
not surprised?
the used copies charged more than the new copy. So yeah, that
Why
was a
am I
thing.
not surprised?
Let's see. Oh, we got. Is this Majora's Mask? Yeah, it's Majora's Mask. So yeah, like overall, this was 45 minutes of just a lot of filler. Like I didn't go. I obviously, as you can see here on these, this is every single announcement, and obviously I skipped over almost all of them because
Hmm.
I didn't care about any of them.
And it's filler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I don't know how I feel about this one because, like, okay, we got Moon Chronicles, Sega 3D Classics, Etrian Mystery Dungeon, Story of Seasons, Fossil Fighters Frontier, Ace Combat, Horizons Legacy Plus. Like, what is this? What is this shit? Like,
shit that,
ah,
unless you are very specific, you don't care about. Ah,
like, see, here's okay. Okay. Do we need to make a sixth rule? Like, skip the filler. Like, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one. This stuff you will never see elsewhere. Like I'm assuming most of these got to be indie developers. I'm assuming. I don't know.
mm,
Uh, so you get your stuff interweaved and like woven in with all the other stuff, like your Majora's Masks and stuff that people want to see.
mhm.
So suddenly you have eyes on you. You know, this video from Nintendo got 1 million views. So
Yeah.
you don't have like the new that people like, but also like I don't know.
I,
I'm
I
assuming that
mean,
these guys are getting. I'm assuming Nintendo's getting paid money to
oh,
feature them.
yeah.
So money's changing hands. So like, I don't know. Like, how do you want to do it? Do you want to like see the good in the fact that more people get to see things that people never would have been exposed to otherwise?
Yeah. Because it might not have been time justified for us, but for them and for somebody who might have been looking for a new game to play on their new console, it was probably great. I mean, look at what 10 seconds did for Cuphead on a sizzle reel randomly. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I think it it's a 5. It wasn't for me, but there was a new console announced, and for the people who like the stuff you listed off, it was there for them. So it was an average show. Not my cup of tea, but somebody was yeehawing to it somewhere out there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I guess the highlights were the Wii U mode, Mario Party 10, the new 3DS, and Xenoblade Chronicles X being titled slash also Xenoblade Chronicles 3D being shown. So yeah,
Mhm.
I mean ultimately, yeah, I think this is kind of like a 5. There's definitely they were definitely spread out. Like I'm looking at the show notes and so they wasn't just like a dry spell like of like the stuff that I was skipping over.
Mhm.
They were sandwiched in perfectly, like spaced out to the point where it's like you're gonna keep my attention. You know, I'm gonna tune out for a little bit, but then like I'll get back right. I'll turn my head right back and because you know you put the new announcement or something that I want to talk. I want to
And
hear.
that's every show. Like, no matter how much I love a show, Xbox, PlayStation, anybody, Square, sometimes you have the moments where you're like, okay, this is a pee break. Like, let me go do this.
But literally, okay. But to the point though, like, wouldn't the best shows not have a pee break?
Every show should have a pee break because we are all so different as gamers
Mm.
that no matter what, there's I love racing games. Every time we do the E3 stuff, as soon as the racing games come on, Fame is like, all right, time to go get a snack. Like, okay, cool. I love them.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to 2015. So overall, so we had a. Oh wait, we are in 2015. Sorry, excuse
Yes,
me.
we are.
This
It's
is that
okay.
we already are in 2015. All right, so we're gonna go
It's
move
a
into
long day.
April. We're moving into April of 2015.
Okay.
So 3 months later, we're okay. We're starting things off here with Mewtwo being the first DLC character being like playable for Smash, which I'm not sure if he was. I think he was already previously announced. Again, we're skipping game centered directs. So I'm pretty sure there was a Smash Direct previously where Mewtwo was shown as the DLC character because Mewtwo was a pre-order bonus for Smash 4. So like if you pre-ordered and bought like Smash for 3DS and Smash for Wii U together, and registered your copies if you bought it physically, then you get a code emailed to you with Mewtwo. Uh,
That's
uh,
cool.
so now this is the first time we're seeing Mewtwo being playable because the only thing that we saw prior to this was his character model.
Hmm.
That's it. So, um, so yeah, he's in action. We got Mewtwo. Let's see here. For my highlights, I have some more virtual consoles are in my notes here. So we got Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS virtual consoles, and a new mode for Mario Kart 8 called 200cc mode. I don't know if you know about that, but
That is a crazy mode.
every single game in Mario Kart had three CCs: 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc. And what that means is, uh, with every increment up, the top speed that you can reach gets higher. So like in 50cc mode, you're kind of cruising, kind of like it's kind
That's
of
my speed. Yep.
it's very easy, but like also like just kind of slow, but not slow, but like still fun, but
But
slow.
slow. Yep.
So 150cc. Now you're going a little bit faster. You're going really as fast as the game will allow you to go,
Hmm.
and like the turns are tighter and harder to do because you got to control your speed to your and everything. So they just threw all of that out the window and made it 200cc mode, which is insane because apparently like one of the developers was just kind of fucking around and just decided to turn that or like kind of like tweak it a little bit, and they were having fun with it in the office. That like this little like this hack that they did in the office. So they're like, fuck it, let's make it an official game mode, and that's when 200cc
Hell
mode
yeah.
happened.
I love those accidental bugs, glitches, or just like fucking around that gets dropped into a game, and it probably the best decision it could have happened in a game. I love that shit.
So let me see if I can scroll to it here. So obviously they're showing off some collaborations. So one of the things that happened with like Smash 4 is that they constantly made me costumes that were available post launch. So like as you can see the prices they're about 75 cents each. Um and then if you buy both versions for the 3DS and the Wii you get it for like a discount. But like this is like definitely one of the most expensive games I ever paid for in any one game. Because not only did I buy the game twice, one for the 3DS and one for the Wii U, then I had to buy the DLC twice over too for each
Oh,
game. So each character. you know, like let's say Mewtwo, like or no, let's go with Lucas. Let's go with Lucas. Lucas is about to be announced as the next DLC character. So Lucas, you can buy Lucas just for the Wii U, or you can buy him just for the 3DS, or you can be like me and buy him twice for both versions.
Mm, I love you so much, but I'm gonna strangle you one day.
Let's just be clear here, okay? Fighting games, vanilla fighting games suck.
They
I'm
do.
gonna just be on, I'm just gonna be on. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. Okay, it's not that. I don't think it's a hot take actually to say that.
No.
Vanilla fighting games are always gonna be the worst off. You're never gonna see me play Smash 4 vanilla. I gotta have all the DLC. I gotta have all the stages. It is what it is. And so if I'm gonna play it
Mhm.
on the 3DS, I gotta play it with all the characters. Um,
It makes
yeah.
sense. I get it. I get it. But still,
Um, Definitely one of the most expensive things that I will say. And do they show the price points? Let me see. Okay, available in June. Okay, nope, no price points. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna say that oh, what I was gonna say to the Smash stuff. Whatever. I lost my train of thought here on that one. Um, let's see. Next up, we got Amiibo Tap, which is kind of like a fun little game that just how do I put this? It just sort of the more amiibo you have, like the better it is. You get to sort of basically play demos, I guess, of every game.
how great a
So if you,
collectathon in real life. Get your amiibos.
uh, all right, let's
Yo.
see here. So here's an interesting one. So obviously they showed off a new trailer for Mario Maker, which, whatever. It's been previously announced. They showed off Yoshi's Woolly World again, previously announced. Just more new footage. Now here's the thing that I really love, and this is the thing that I have never been sold on Amiibo as much as I've ever been sold on this, but they showed off this I don't know what she is as far as her title is, but they showed off the Yoshi's Amiibo,
Look at him.
and
Right in his butt.
yeah, let's see here. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Okay. Later on, they're gonna show off the person who behind the amiibo in a different direct. But yeah, Splatoon. We got some more footage. All right, so
Ranked.
this is the new stuff here. Nintendo 64 Virtual Console, as well as like Nintendo DS. Interesting that they do Nintendo DS Virtual Console on the Wii U because it's like two screens.
Yeah.
So like there's three different ways of emulating it where you can emulate it on the TV, like both screens,
Hmm.
or you can emulate it where the top screen is the TV and the bottom screen is the Wii U gamepad because the Wii U gamepad is literally a touchscreen.
Yep.
So
Huh.
there's also let's see, there's also I guess there's two versions, like a right-handed, left-handed version. Okay, cool. So yeah, like they did interesting like little emulation things where you get to play it like dual screen, and then you can play it on one screen, Wii U flipped on its side,
Ooh.
the top screen and the bottom screen, kind of like that.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, like there's choices, is what I'm
There is
saying. Like,
choices. Exactly.
yes, yeah. So let's see. Oh my God. Okay, you can map the buttons for the Nintendo 64. Um, I'm guessing that wasn't done before. I guess there was just like one control scheme, but now it's like they introduced button mapping.
Get
Oh,
that accessibility features, baby.
I like that little preview window there at the top left, right there. That's
That's
they got
cute.
going on. I what? Why are they doing a ranged prices thing? Why isn't it just one uniform price for games?
Because Nintendo do what Nintendo do.
Whatever. Oh, wait, what the hell? What was that? What was that? Oh, Nintendo 64 is on the Wii Virtual Console. So if the Wii U detects that it's already there, that you already bought it once, then you can get it at a reduced price of $2.
Cool. Just what's up, Yobi? You keep up to being awesome. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Think we're gonna go to the end of 2015
Okay.
and keep you guys in suspense because it's been a long Tuesday already, and it's just one of those
All right.
days.
We got only three more to go then, and then we'll end it after that. But yeah,
Sweet.
so let's see. We have, let's see, Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, which didn't even have its official uh, title yet. It would literally become Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
Okay.
But we're seeing some. Is it a real trailer or is it a CG? It's a CGI. Okay, gameplay trailer. Okay, cool. It's just kind of like mixed in and sprinkled in. Let's see.
Mhm.
Fatal Frame for the Wii U. We have this. I think is a bit of a rare game. I want to say it's called like Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they
not
just
sure.
released that. Re-released it.
On the Switch, yeah.
Mhm.
But on the Wii U, it was I believe a digital only, and then I think in like in European, like in the PAL region, like they got a physical copy of it.
It didn't
Um,
sell really well because it's the fifth in the franchise, but it is a solid game. I'll
let's
play it any
see.
day. Well, I shouldn't say
All
that. I
right.
don't like horror games.
Everything else here, I'm just gonna go skip over everything. I'm not gonna. We got Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, another trailer. Fire Emblem Fates, another trailer. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer and Amiibo cards. I'm just sort of running through them here. Mario Kart 8 is Animal Crossing DLC, which we talked about, like Isabelle and being a racer.
Mhm.
And then yes, and I told you guys about the 200cc mode that we've I sort of already given you guys like the lowdown on that. So yeah, this is we're basically explaining each of the CCs. Uh, so now it's like
200. Dun dun dun.
never been done before. Yeah.
It's so
Um,
fast.
and so yeah, like literally that is just batshit crazy seeing this. Like, oh my
Whew,
god. Like
that
real
is too
talk.
fast.
Look. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys right here. You see how like a Peach is going through in normal 150cc, you land on that boat and then
Hmm.
do like a, but you're going so fast that you skip over it. Like that is insane.
No
And
wonder
so
speedrunners love this mode.
in this particular thing, like straightaways are very amazing because you go so fast, but like turns are like the bane of your existence because like the turns are so hard to do in 200cc mode. You have almost no control a little bit, but it's like you have to. Oh my god, you have to play the game, I guess, so precisely to do that. I've never played it like 200cc mode with like when I have friends over. Usually, when I have friends come over, we do 100cc mode because it's like it's not baby slow and it's also not like
Crazy
ridiculously
fast.
fast,
Yeah.
like 150 or 200. So I think it's like a happy medium.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It's crazy.
this is
That's way too fast. Jesus.
this almost kind of looks like okay. By the way, this is the F Zero stage. 200cc mode and the F Zero stage were made for each other because it almost kind of and he's like literally Mario is in the Blue Falcon right there in that footage. But like, uh, it's perfect. It's just like F Zero game that we never got is basically is what I was gonna say to that.
Oh, right over the wall. Okay. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah, that's a shortcut. Even in regular one like 50cc, like that is a cardboard cutout of a grass thing.
I
And if you
guess
take a
I'm
mushroom,
just slow.
if you take a mushroom through the grass, you'll break through it. So
Learning things I never knew. Well, that happens every week. I shouldn't be
yeah.
surprised.
And Mario Kart 8, I memorized all the courses and all the shortcuts. So yeah.
Of course you did.
That's why I
Dear
was like
God.
undefeated. I was unbeatable in Mario Kart 8, so I kind of still am, but I'm a little rusty, but you like if you want to up your chances of beating me in Mario Kart 8, play me on the DLC courses because those I don't have memorized. So, but
Yeah,
the
but you're
base
still
game,
gonna do better.
the base game, I can like literally. There's no beating me if we're playing on an original course. Um, so yeah,
With the confidence of a
ultimately,
god.
ultimately, like I don't think this one has a whole lot going for it. Now, this one is definitely better than the January one. I'll give it that.
Yes.
Like more announcements spoke to me. Um, so like for instance, obviously the Virtual Console is a good thing. Again, I have my feelings about the Virtual Console, but
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 200cc, seeing some more Smash DLC, things are looking pretty good. Um, Again, I'm seeing a lot of announcements that we've covered before, so not a whole lot new going on, but at least it's more interesting than
Hmm.
before. So, what do you think?
Good old 5.5.
5.5? I'm gonna
Yeah.
agree with you on that one. Definitely a 5.5 on this one.
Wasn't awful, wasn't great, and it checked all the boxes it need to check for the people that were looking out for what they wanted.
All right, so we got three more to go. So this is June 1st, 2015. This is called a Nintendo Direct Micro. It is 17 minutes long, so
Perfect length.
definitely almost. Um, Again, they stopped using the micros. I think they use minis now, if I'm not mistaken. But he's literally it's a micro, so therefore he's Bill Trennan is a micro.
Thank you, Nintendo. Keep being you.
Yeah, this one
Look at him, he's
is,
so itty bitty.
and then they even pitched up his voice to sound like he was shrunk.
That's attention to detail, I tell you that. Look at him.
Uh, and then when they zoom in, then you can hear him in his regular voice. So yeah, with this one, it's a micro, so he's small, and then a lot of these games they tended to be like uh, smaller games. So for instance, this is Chibi Robo, Ziplash, and Chibi Robo, the character, like his actual character's canonical size is 4 inches tall. So therefore, it's makes sense with the whole him, being small as well.
Oh,
Um,
it's
I
okay,
don't
I'm
know if
short too.
have you heard of Chibi Robo before?
Yeah.
I never heard of Chibi Robo before this. Like I didn't know that he was on the GameCube.
Yeah. That's
So
the one I know, yeah.
yeah, that's the one right there. Like I never heard of this game before, but apparently people love this game, and it sucks that we got this game because, as my understanding is that Chibi Robo is like a 3D game, and
Hmm.
this is a 2D side scroller like platformer. Like Nintendo has made better platformers like Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario, like New Super Mario Brothers. Why are they making another platformer?
Yeah.
At, it's kind of I kind of a bit of a. As my understanding is that it was a disservice to the character, and also the 3DS is not starving for 2D platforms, anyways. Like
No.
Kirby Triple Deluxe is being marketed and stuff like that. So,
It's an
yeah.
interesting choice. I don't know. I don't agree with it because it's the second game. Why would you change up the formula so much already? Like, just let it ride.
So look at this. You could do like bank shots and stuff, and there's a cool little bank shot that they do right here.
That. God damn, this game is stylish.
Yeah, I don't think it reviewed that well. Like I think it reviewed kind of like meh, is my understanding. Oh my god, look at this. This is so biblical right here.
Heart it. Holy shit. Okay.
And then they announced Amiibo, um, which I don't have that Amiibo because I don't care about it.
That
Um,
amiibo was cute as shit, though.
and then we got a brand new announcement of a new game, uh, Doctor Mario and the Miracle Cure is a new entry into the Doctor Mario series and a franchise. And what's very interesting about this is that this is a digital only game, and so um, if you ever been to one for oh, they even have a Dr. Luigi mode. If you ever been one for like you know rare games,
Mm.
then you got to get on it. Make sure that you download this game before the digital store closes.
Oh,
So
kind of like before it got re-released Scott Pilgrim.
yeah, pretty much, pretty
Jesus.
much. So yeah, this is Dr. Mario World on the iPhone got shuttered. Uh, so basically,
Really?
yeah, yeah, like it didn't do so well. It wasn't successful. They shut down the servers for that one. And so basically, I believe this is the latest Dr. Mario game. If not this or no, wait, yeah, this game obviously this is announced later. Dr. Luigi came out in December, like prior, so this would be the last released Dr. Mario game as of right now, because there isn't a Dr. Mario game on the Switch. So therefore, once the Wii U and 3DS eShops closes, that's it.
It's bye forever.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much.
I'm surprised. I don't know why I thought there was one uh a one on the Switch, but damn, okay.
Okay, so we got that, and then literally it's being sort of stealth dropped because in 2 weeks from the day of the presentation, uh, it's gonna be dropping on the 3DS. So like, obviously, it got available June 11th, and this was aired on June 1st. So we got that. We got Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, which
As
is
it should
looking
be.
which is looking hella dope. Graphics wise. Let's see here. We got soccer. And let's see what else. Uh, uh, all right. We
I
have.
love that still to this day they are I mean, they just put out what was it? I can't remember the most recent Olympic Games, but they're still going. When like
Yeah.
even the Olympics themselves stop making games.
Oh my God. More Splatoon. Oh, this is okay. Okay. So Splatoon had already launched in May. So this is a an update to Splatoon. So what they did was they showing off like a new weapon and a new map, and it was being stealth dropped later that day.
Give me them stealth drops, baby.
Of course, they like to meme.
He's so small.
And yeah, they're memeing, and then they got some art academy, which oh my
Hell yeah.
god, the fact that somebody drew that on the Wii U gamepad, like this was hand drawn.
People are amazing, amazingly talented.
Yeah, the Wii U comes with a stylus, so you can literally draw, and I've seen some cool stuff. So somebody with me, I don't know if you know this, but the Wii U had an integrated social media app built into it called Miiverse, and you can friend and follow each other on Miiverse, and people would post some cool shit like that, some cool drawings.
Humans are
Um,
cool. I just saw, and you know that old adage of like, you can get Doom or Duke Nukem to run on anything? I saw somebody playing Doom on a pregnancy test with the LED screens. So I was like, you really can put it anywhere. Jesus.
let's see,
That's
they're just showing
cute.
off.
That's cute too.
Yeah. Okay. Project Treasure. Um, Project Treasure is a Bandai Namco uh, free to play game that they were making for the Wii U. So I think the working title was Project Treasure, and it would literally go on to become a game called Lost Reaver. Have you heard of it?
It sounds familiar. I don't know why.
So um, we'll definitely get into Lost Reaver in part three because right now this is just the working title. They don't show gameplay.
Okay.
But good God, we're gonna rip into Lost Reaver once we get to actual. They show the actual gameplay. It's an
Okay.
am- an amazingly bad game. Um,
Oh, there's quite a few of those.
so they're showing off the Nintendo World Championship being announced for E3 coming up. Let's see, this is Yokai Watch, I believe. Yokai Watch. Oh no, Little Battlers Experience, whatever. This is See
You
going
don't
on.
care.
Don't
What
care. Don't
is?
care.
Oh my God, they're just dragging the ass out of that.
We got Pokemon. Okay, so this is Pokemon and Puzzles and Dragons. Uh, I guess this was like a Super Mario Brother integration. Um, there was that. Okay, it was being stealth dropped. Don't care. And yeah, this is, I believe, is it Bravely Default, if I'm not
I think
mistaken?
this, yeah, Bravely Default.
Yeah, it's Bravely Default, which, you know, people, there's definitely fans of it. I guess it's Bravely Second. So the
Hmm.
okay, I'm gonna put it this, I'm gonna say this.
Do
I
it.
am
Come
not a
on.
fan. I am not a fan of the naming conventions that's going on here. So you got Bravely Default, Bravely Second End Layer, and then Bravely Default 2.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out because that shit irks me to no end.
uh,
Same
it's
thing
like
with Stalker. They're calling it Stalker 2. I'm like, technically it's Stalker 4 because there's 3 other games that are all canonically there. It is not Stalker 2. Don't do that shit. It's annoying.
like okay. So basically, they got the Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 thing going on. If I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken, Bravely Second is basically Bravely Default 2 with the same cast of characters, you know, being sequelized. Whereas Bravely Default 2 is a sequel to Bravely Default without the original cast of characters. It's basically like the Final Fantasy 11 to 10-10-2 thing going on.
Oh my god.
Same world, different characters.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
Couldn't
it
they just couldn't they
no.
just call it Bravely Default 3?
They should've. Or if you're gonna do it, do like a I nope, that's not even gonna example because I was about to say, the Nier games, but I guess technically Nier is the name and then Automata is, like, the code name
Hmm.
or the tag after that. Why just keep it easy, keep it simple, stupid. That's what my English teacher said. Don't confuse people.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess as far as like I guess a recap here. So
Mhm.
yeah, we got Chibi Robot being announced coming in October, Dr. Mario Miracle Cure being stealth dropped essentially, Bravely Second coming to the West, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon coming this winter, which is basically like a
Mm.
sequel to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games for the DS. We got Splatoon getting a new weapon and new map. And we got Art Academy, which is like a cool drawing app on the Wii U.
Yep.
And we have Project Treasure being, you know, teased. And then, of course, Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Olympics. So they jam packed a lot of stuff in 17
Yeah.
minutes, I will say. So they definitely like respected our time and, you know, did the pacing very good. It's just
Mhm.
too bad that some of those announcements that they were like Little Battlers X experience and like Pokemon or Puzzles and Dragons, like I don't really care, and so you see me skipping over it, and like even
Yeah.
with the short time, I'm like, hurry up, you know.
They
So
really Little Battlers really took up quite a few minutes there because you were
yeah.
just going through and it's like, "Okay, okay, 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 come on, keep going."
So yeah, that was definitely like I gotta grade it on a curve here,
Mm.
because it is a micro, you know.
Mhm.
So this is obviously the pre E3 one because they were about to do their E3 showing, which everyone was hyped for, but people people didn't know that there was nothing to announce. But people were assuming that they were holding back for the digital event.
Don't
Wrongly
assume.
so, in hindsight.
Never
But
assume.
so that being said, okay, I'm looking at the announcements one more time. I have not played any of these games except for Splatoon. I'm look okay. Look, no, I didn't play. I didn't buy Chibi-Robo. I didn't buy Dr. Mario. I don't play Bravely Default. I mean, I got the Art Academy and I fucked around with it for like a day or two. So yeah, and I didn't get any of the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I don't own a single one of them. So that being said, that just leaves Splatoon as the only thing. It was like, oh, a new map and a new weapon. So yeah, this one is definitely not speaking to me.
No.
I'm gonna go with a 4. Like I don't think it's. I think See, I don't think, I think that's actually too harsh because they respected my time and the presentation was cutesy.
Mhm.
So it's like it just didn't speak to me. So I guess 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a 5 too.
Yeah.
Wasn't for us,
All
but
right.
it was for somebody.
All right. Now we're going on to the digital event here, as we talked about.
The big
So
boy.
this, the Jim Henson or crossover slash collaboration.
Mhm.
Um, so we have Star Fox Zero was announced. Then they after the trailer of like the gameplay of showing off that they really okay. Look, so basically it started off with them like getting ready to announce Star Fox. So they literally were like 0 minutes in, and then like we're teasing Star Fox with the little Muppets things and transforming. Then at like 3 minutes in, we start the trailer. So we start the trailer, we get a full on like gameplay CGI trailer, like a CGI trailer into gameplay trailer, and then we're like 5 minutes in, and we're literally still on one game, and then we go into a developer story
Oh, great.
where they literally showed Miyamoto in Japan and this at this shrine that I guess they're basically showing like how much it means to like this cultural landmark, how much it means to him, and then sort of like weaving it into like Star Fox and how much I guess there's like some kind of equivalency thing going on. I forgot what the story was, but
Mm.
basically they're just showing off. Like we're 6.5 minutes in, we've only talked about one game. So let's see here. We got 7 minutes still on one game. 8 minutes
I
on
would have
one
gone to get
game.
a snack by now.
9 minutes still on one game. like, like
This is uh like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy these deep dives and like watching this stuff in the behind the scenes and learning it, but not in the middle of a live show like this. Put that off to the side. It's like when Anthem, they sat down after showing off Anthem for the first time and then had a developer interview with Casey Hudson and stuff. It's like I don't I care, but I don't care at the same time. This is the middle of a show. Don't sit down and have an interview. I can watch the stuff after. I'm going to watch the interviews after. Don't put it in the middle of your show. That's awful.
so yeah, we basically reached the 9:57, basically 10 minutes before we finally got off of Star Fox's nuts.
Jesus. Yeah, I would have gotten like 10 snacks by then.
So yeah, so then after we got okay, so we got pacing is already off. Okay, that's
Mhm.
like we got that. So now we got announcement of an Activision Nintendo collaboration. So they brought Bowser and Donkey Kong. Oh my God, are we still on Star Fox's nuts? God.
I would like to leave this conversation about Star Fox.
We're 11 minutes in. Okay. Uh,
Holy
oh my
shit.
God. I guess they're just talking about Nintendo's just talking about. Okay, Reggie is just talking about Nintendo's promise, basically. So I guess they
Oh.
just put off. They just showed off footage of Mario games and Star
So, like, if
Fox
I
and
see some more Star Fox, I'm just gonna recline my chair again and go to sleep. I'm not 10 minutes of talking about one game, like, I'm
literally,
glad you feel that way about the game, but goddamn, not everybody does.
literally, we started at 10 minutes with Reggie getting on screen, and we're 12 minutes in, and he's giving a speech to the audience.
Mhm.
I don't
And
know,
it's
like a
not
2 minute.
just Nintendo I'm gonna talk shit about when that happens, because I talk shit so much shit about Ubisoft with, like, 15 minutes of Watch Dogs gameplay, before it came out, like, every show, uh, tons of gameplay for, Far Cry. It's like, I don't care. I'm already going to either get it or not get it, and this is the 6th time you showed it. Stop.
All right. So going back to my notes here again, I didn't know we were list it was this much, but 12.5 minutes in, we're getting into our second announcement,
Great.
and that is the Activision collaboration that I was talking about. Mario and Donkey Kong are coming to Skylanders, and it's a Nintendo exclusive. So like, it's called Skylanders Supercharged. It's a new game in the Skylanders saga franchise. and there was a multi-platform game. But the Nintendo versions of it, the Wii version, I don't know if it came to the Wii. I no, it did come to the Wii because there's reasons, right? Um, they put those on they put them on the Nintendo versions, and Mario or Donkey Kong and Bowser are basically exclusive characters to the Nintendo versions of the Skylanders games. So you can literally put Skylander Bowser into the portal, and he'll come up in the game. And
Nobody
they're gonna show
talks
off.
about Nintendo exclusives, I tell you.
So they showed off gameplay. So there's Mario, there's Bowser and Donkey Kong. You know, they're doing a bit of a deep dive kind of sort of thing. So it started at 12 and a half. So for a minute, I was talking about the collaboration, and Reggie's doing a fake interview with this guy from Activision talking
Hmm.
about like um, tell me more about these amiibo and stuff like that or whatever, right? And he's doing this thing where like we as a company, we're known for being protective of our IP. So tell me about the process of working with us. Yeah, tell me
Awful.
about the process of working with us, and how did you guys manage to like, do, what were you guys, what kind of pushbacks did you get during development and stuff like that? And he said, oh, actually, we didn't get any pushbacks. We actually we were giving a lot of freedom and a lot of leeway, and we actually thought we were given more freedom than we thought we wanted. Like, we wanted to do this, and then we were actually underbidding ourselves because they came back and said do this instead, which is even better than what we pitched. And then they're showing like the stuff on the gameplay side of the things that they were allowed to do. So like they invented a new form for Bowser, which is like Magma Bowser, because they initially wanted to do Giga Bowser, but they were like, no, let's not do Giga Bowser. Let's just do Magma Bowser, this fiery version that is never been played, never seen on any Nintendo game. So they were
Hmm.
basically having more creative leeway than they thought to invent a new form and stuff like that. And then they showed off the fact that these Skylanders are also dual amiibos. So like the base can twist. So like in one mode it's like a Skylander, but
Hmm.
if you twist it, it turns into an amiibo of yeah.
That's cool, actually.
You can use it as like a Smash 4 amiibo, basically, like just a regular Bowser.
Okay. Wow. I think that's the most Skylanders gameplay I've ever seen in my life.
uh, By the way, in this, when the star dropped, like the dun 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 dun, dun, like
Dun, dun, dun,
the
dun, 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 dun. Yep.
yeah, the music like just started playing, and so they just started dancing. You know.
Jeez. Oh, I thought it was gonna be tall Mario that popped out of that mushroom. That is so unsettling when tall Mario comes out.
So I like what they did here, by the way. So like, if in case you didn't know this, but like Mario Maker has amiibo functionality. So like, if you put the Link amiibo, you get a Link mushroom. So like, this is actual gameplay of like Mario Maker. So whenever like you have like that mushroom, the amiibo that you scanned in is the that character. So then you get it, and now you're Link. And
Oh,
they did
that's
that with every
cute.
amiibo. So you can do Wii Fit Trainer. You can do like, basically they gave a lot of amiibo functionality to the game, and
Amiibos changed the game, man.
what they did is whenever they're about to talk about a game, they showed Mario Maker uh, for that character.
That's
So
cute.
they're about to talk about Zelda, so they put Link in there as a little interstitial. So they did that a lot here. So they talk about Triforce Heroes, which I think it was an announcement, if I'm not mistaken. So Triforce Heroes is basically using the same game engine slash assets of like Link's character model from A Link Between Worlds, as you can see.
Mhm.
And um, it's basically like a bit of a sequel, like a spiritual successor to Four Swords Adventures. You know,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that was a cute game.
So you can play this game if there's three 3DSs, and everyone each owns a copy of Triforce Heroes, and you can play locally like Bluetooth multiplayer and run the campaign together.
That's so what if you don't have 3 friends?
I mean, you can play it online.
Oh,
with
yeah.
randos
I
with
forgot about
randos.
that.
And the thing about
Ugh.
that is you see this they have this like this little communication feature when you're playing online. As you can
Mm.
see, like this little like you can like emote. You can press like an emote button to like communicate with each other.
Aw, that's kinda cute.
So yeah,
Go, randoms,
there's that.
go.
Let's see. We got another developer interview with I guess some Triforce Hero stuff. Let's see. They did another developer interview where they talked about Hyrule Warriors. Um, let's see here. Let's go over here. I guess Hyrule Warriors is getting a 3DS port. I think this is the one they talked about, Hyrule Warriors Legends, which is for the 3DS. Um, and yeah, directly.
Oh my god. It's the they look so spot on, it's really just tripping me out.
Okay, a brand new announcement of a game, Metroid Prime Federation Force. Do you remember the controversy behind this announcement?
I feel like no.
So everyone's been wanting a Metroid Prime for just a brand new Metroid game, and this was at the time before we got like Samus Returns.
Mhm.
This is we haven't had a Metroid game like a real Metroid game since like the Game Boy Advance, like in 2003. So like Metroid the franchise has been like dormant. I mean technically we did get Other M, but people didn't like Other M, and I don't know the canonicity of Other M is also in question. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, and now they're about to talk about Fire Emblem. So you got Marth up in this bitch. So Fire Emblem Fates. Now I guess we can have the discussion here. This is the discussion I wanted us to have. Is I believe they're gonna announce the. Oh no, they didn't announce the. Okay, we'll table that later. Because they're gonna announce the strategy, the release strategy for Fire Emblem Fates, and I think that's a topic of discussion. Um, so we'll get to it when we get to it. And then this one is interesting. Okay, they did an interstitial of Iwata holding bananas, and then you would think to yourself that you're gonna show off a Donkey Kong game,
Yeah,
but they don't. It goes
just
to
holding bananas. Okay.
yeah, it
It's not
goes
weird.
to I think Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, had nothing to do with the fact that he was holding bananas. Um,
Great. I love to be confused. It's my favorite
so
thing.
I'm guessing that this game got delayed a whole last year because I thought it was supposed to come out in December 2014, but it comes out in December 2015. There we go. Official release date. There we go. Um, now we're about to get
Bloop.
Animal Crossing.
Look at her go.
So we got Animal Crossing, Happy Home Designer, um, which is about to come out a week later from this presentation, by the way. So I didn't really care about this, but it's I heard a lot of good things. It reviewed well and people liked it, and they made a whole game out of this, and then they made it like a DLC expansion to the Animal Crossing on Switch. So
Mhm.
it is what it is. This was a
People that
game that
love
nobody
Animal
liked.
Crossing love it. Oh, this was the one in oh, no, that's not the one in the square.
Hmm. This is the one that people didn't like. It's called Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, and
Ugh.
yeah, it required Amiibo to play it. That's like you can't play it without any Amiibo. So
Coo
that's.
cool.
But at least when you bought it physically, it came with two Amiibo in the box. So there's that.
Okay.
Um,
They'll get a pass for that.
if you buy it digitally, you gotta buy your own damn Amiibo.
Get
Um,
stuff, nerd.
this is what I'm talking about right here. This girl right here. I don't know. Okay, Emi Watanabe. I don't know her title. I don't know what she does, but basically, she was the person that crafted the Yoshi's. Yarn Yoshi's, like the original Yarn Yoshis. So
Oh.
she said that she is not a designer. She doesn't program. She doesn't code. But she just went home and just crocheted and knitted the first Yarn Yoshi because, she just kind of wanted to contribute and she brought it to the office and wanted to like everyone put a smile on everyone's faces. And then she was talking about how like it went off so well that they decided to make an amiibo out of it. And so you can see how like the amiibos they look better together and that table is just perfectly like
They do.
Ah,
They
so
really look good.
he's just kind of sort of going to my point that I was talking about. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the the it almost kind of like looks like Yoshi's Final Smash in Smash Ultimate, where he's running like a stampede and stuff. And oh my god, I love that set. Oh my god, it's just so awesome.
So cute. Oh,
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like it's very cutesy, and this sold me on Yarn Yoshi amiibos. Um,
yeah.
they didn't they didn't announce the Mega Yarn Yoshis at this time, which that sucks. But you know, I definitely had to have these Yoshis, and I did, and I got them.
Of course you did.
And then they showed off some gameplay where like amiibo functionality was shown, where if you have an amiibo, then that character's skin
Mm.
can be made playable in it. So like, let me see if I can find it here. Obviously, they're showing off co-op mode, which by the way, my nephews really like this game. They really did play the hell out of it. So
Because
like,
it's
if you have a
cute.
Mario amiibo, if you have a
Oh,
Mario amiibo, you can, scan it in, and now you got a Mario skin on it.
there's something slightly
And
unsettling about the mustache, but oh, he has
so
a face. Why
Samus,
did you put the visor on his nose? I don't know if I like that.
so yeah, Poochie obviously is uh, definitely awesome. And they basically, I don't know if they gave him a bigger role, but you know, when they got ported to the 3DS, it became Poochie in Yoshi's Woolly World and stuff. So I guess I didn't. I guess they didn't show off all the amiibo stuff, but they had some cool like amiibo ones. Like I like Ness, the Ness amiibo. But yeah, some more like interstitials. Just being very silly.
It's
And
time to be
let's
silly.
level 5
Uh,
and
look at
okay.
you.
Yokai Watch. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash gets announced, and let me see. Let me see if I can find some actual good quality gameplay. This is definitely one of the worst Mario Tennis games to ever. Mario Tennis, unfortunately, it's so bland, so boring. Not a whole lot going on. It's very like the gimmick is those mega mushrooms, and it just wasn't that good. It was very bare bones. Kind of feels like they um, kind of feels like phoned it in, I guess. Now this one's an interesting one. They showed off their original design documents for the original Mario, Super Mario Bros. For back in 1985. So this is original, like the original papers there.
Holy crap.
They got a grid system going on, and what they did is when they programmed the game, they actually drew the levels before they programmed them. And they have this grid paper here to like basically like the game is made on like an internal grid
Hmm.
system thing going on. So yeah, like this is very rare things that we've never seen before. And I watched a commentator on YouTube talking about how he was having a nervous breakdown watching this video because he felt like they were just manhandling these papers, and he was thinking to himself like, this belongs in a museum, don't fuck these papers up, don't rustle them, you know. So
It's their papers, mate. And it's probably, let's be honest, the original ones are probably in a vault somewhere, and those are high quality scans. Like, I bet you the original ones don't leave wherever they are.
yeah, like oh my god, just I hope it, yeah, like just yeah, I don't know, like I this looks like the original papers, like I can't tell, but like I just gotta say, like they're talking about like designing Super Mario Brothers and designing levels. So basically, they're saying like with Mario Maker, you know, it's sort of basically putting you the players as like level designers.
Hmm.
So it's just sort of like, you know, really going into like some good history there, you know. Whew.
When you see the base origins of how most games start, which usually starts on a napkin somewhere, you'll be like, Oh, wow, people really are creative to take this to and make it that. Damn, okay.
I like how I like how in their design documents here that they had envisioned Mario riding
I was
Lakitu's
about to
cloud.
say I was about to say his
And
face.
and you can't that didn't happen until I believe Mario 3, where you can kill Lakitu and then get on the cloud because Lakitu couldn't die in the original uh Mario Bros. So now you can.
They were
So
just thinking ahead. Way ahead.
yeah. Yoshi was gonna be um playable in the original Mario Brothers, but they couldn't figure it out how to program the game. So he ended
That's
up getting cut
crazy.
and making it into Mario World, like later on, the Super Nintendo with the extra graphics and
That's
capabilities.
crazy.
Let's see here.
Those look like
Oh man.
stress-free Mario Maker levels. The ones I watch give me stress.
Oh, Wii Fit Trainer. Why
Look
is
at
she on
her,
one foot?
'cause she got that balance. She a god. Jeez. It's
Oh
the high
yeah.
heel for me.
Oh yeah. And when you buy a Mario Maker, it comes with the booklet, and it has these cool art,
That's
which
man.
I have. Um,
Of course,
yeah.
I just assume you have things at this point.
uh, Good God! Like just seeing all this stuff. By the way, look at. I'm pretty sure this is Wii U Virtual Console because look how dark it is.
It's about to say that's very dark.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's probably they probably got Wii U Virtual Console footage for this. So
That's so dark.
um,
Holy crap.
I told you. I tried to tell you.
Like that is not even the same game. It looks like you decided to play with all the lights off and turned your monitor down to like squint level.
Let's see here. What else we got? I think it ended there. I don't think they got anything going on beyond that. So yeah, ultimately, like this one is the one. Like I said, I didn't really like this one going into it because first off, they spent 10 minutes on Star Fox from the very beginning.
Yes.
Um, they were definitely wanting to lean into like the meme aspect of everything and just sort of be cutesy with it. And I think being cutesy with it, like a Jim Henson collaboration in my head is like a knockout like home run, right?
Yeah.
But then there's nothing behind it. You have like people didn't know at the time that Star Fox Zero was gonna be bad, right? But like
Yeah.
at the time you're now hyping it up and people were like, "Oh, it's Star Fox, it's coming back, yay!" But then like I don't know, you got let me look at my notes here. We got Splatoon. We have let's see, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, which is bare bones, very basic. You got the Donkey Kong and Bowser amiibo, which is kind of meh. Um, Yoshi's Woolly World, you got a first look with the actual like yarn Yoshi, which is cool. Metroid
Mhm.
Prime Federation Force, people didn't like that because Metroid has been a dormant franchise, and there hasn't been like a Metroid game to satiate fans, and this
Yep.
feels like a slap on the face to see a spin-off game that nobody was asking for.
Like that
Um,
Castlevania game that came to the phone in Canada and Japan, and then they decided to shut it down because there's not enough people on the servers. Just release it. Of course, there's not enough people. Canada's doesn't have as many people as you think. People were asking for it in the States. Crazy.
I'm I'm gonna give this one a 4. I think this was a bit of a train wreck, in my opinion. Um,
Yes.
I think that none of the announcements were gonna leave you. This was an E3. Like the expectations are definitely different than
They are here.
a normal Nintendo Direct. So you didn't bring the goods, and you basically did like you basically wanted to rely on your memeness in order to get you through to skate by. And I think that for me, I think an immature version of myself probably would have fallen for it. You know.
Easy. Easy.
So
I'd been like, "Oh, this is
yeah,
hilarious." No. Yeah,
yeah.
4 is where I'm just gonna sit at too.
Yeah, and it was long, like 48 minutes long, and it dragged.
It
Like,
dragged. I'm glad we don't sit and watch the whole thing because I think I would've been like, "Oh my god, please kill me."
I will say, to credit though, I did like those documents, those design documents of Mario Maker, like for the Mario One.
That
Like
was
we've never
cool.
seen that before.
No, but
So,
you gotta sit through 10 minutes of Star Fox and almost 30 minutes of other crap.
all right, let's see here.
Not crap, but
So they started at 41 minutes and then they ended it at 46. So 5 minutes of design documents talk at the table. So what do you think? I mean, I like it. It speaks to me, but
mhm,
like we talk about like deep dives, we talk about like not everything for everyone, but like it's like it seems like half the time of Star Fox Zero.
exactly, and
on,
this is more
on
important than Star Fox Zero. All it does is make me
uh,
want a full documentary to sit and just watch, like, them talk about that instead of 5 minutes.
all right, and now the final one, November 2015 is going to be how do I put this? Another 45-minute presentation. So altogether, let me just recap it here. So we had January, April, and two in June,
Mhm,
and then one in November. So five in total. So and the June one was more of like let's get rid of like these 3DS announcements that no one's gonna care for and just talk about our digital presentation. So those are
mhm.
kind of like sort of one together, but just kind of split into two, part one and part two. So for this one, uh, they are. We have Reggie, talking very sincerely on the screen, talking about this is our first Nintendo Direct since the passing of Iwata. We thank you for all your well wishes and things like that. He's given like a very good um,
Heartfelt speech, yeah.
yeah, heartfelt speech, and then he immediately transitions to let's talk about announcements. Um, and so the first thing they announced here was a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, which is a HD remaster of the game from the Wii and the GameCube,
Mhm.
and it looks really good. They prettied it up, uh, very good. Like, you know, it looks good,
It
but
does.
like some textures don't work as well as others. But like overall, like it was very HDified. Um, And then there's really not much to say. I think they announced here that oh yeah, so they did announce that they were making a Wolf Link amiibo, and they said here at this announcement that okay, these amiibos are also they also work, but they said the Wolf Link amiibo is gonna have work for this game, and then we're gonna put special functionality for it on Zelda Wii U, which it didn't have. Breath of the Wild wasn't titled yet. Just said Zelda Wii U is gonna have support for this, and this is like my favorite ever amiibo functionality ever was this. We'll get to that later on with Breath of the Wild on part three or something. But we have that. We got a pre-order bonus with the music soundtrack CD. So yeah, there's definitely a lot going on right there with that announcement. And then next up, they move on to um, Triforce Heroes again, which we
Okay.
saw before.
Yep.
Let's see. We got Pokemon. Is this Mystery Dungeon? Yeah, Super Mystery Dungeon, which we saw before.
Mhm.
We got Splatoon, which is getting a new maps and new weapons, and they gave a lot of maps. By the way, this is like let me just showcase this one map that they. Let me see if I can find it here. Um, yeah, that's a whole new map right there. Yes. See, yeah, okay. See right there, that map right there looks cool. Like you're in this swimming pool, uh, with like the shape of a squid,
Oh,
and
that's
then the map
cute.
and the map is right there. So like, so
Perfect
yeah,
summer vibes.
yeah, it's definitely there's like it's like four stages or something like that. They showed off a lot of shit. Like they Splatoon one went ham with DLC. I don't know if you know this, but
That's what I was
the
thinking. I was like,
DLC
Splatoon 2 was kinda like, "Eh."
the Splatoon one was free DLC. Like all of
Cool.
these maps and weapons and cosmetics that they added, like the clothes and stuff,
Mhm.
free.
I love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Yeah. So like they all you just had to play the game and then you unlock it. Yeah, through progression. So
I
um
love it. I love to hear that.
yeah, Splatoon 1 definitely got a lot of like support right up until the announcement of Splatoon 2, basically. Like as soon as they stopped saying no more free shit for Splatoon 1, they were quietly working on Splatoon 2. Like immediately. Like so let's see, we
Look
got
at them. They're all so cute.
Super Mario Maker got an update where discoverability was fixed because they got over 3 million courses. And how do you find like good courses? Well, they made a web app where on your phone or on your computer you can search for courses and queue them up to download on your Wii U um, through the web app. So like the Mario Maker's functionality for its search functionality was pretty basic. This had more like categories and more tabs and more discoverability.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see here. We got more Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which is meh.
Meh.
More Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and they showed off the jump shot, where you know, yeah, it's kind of busted, kind of OP. Um, so yeah, we got the Mega Mushrooms. Basically, it's kind of whatever. Like, game didn't really hold much water for me. I would rather play the Nintendo 64 Mario Tennis than that. Let's see. The more Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Of
We
course.
got um let's see, what is this? Oh, Picross. Um yeah, there we go. Picross. Pokemon Picross. We got some indie games, some SteamWorld Heist, Fast Racing Neo. This was a spiritual successor to F Zero. Like basically, like this is an indie studio,
Hmm.
and Nintendo's not giving us Nintendo's not giving us F Zero, so we're making it. So,
Hell yeah. Might as well.
and you know what's kind of interesting is like, I don't know if it's true for this game, but I know it's true for its sequel. There's a Nintendo Switch game that came near its launch from the same studio, and they made a sequel called Fast RMX, which is basically a remix, kind of like a bigger balls to the wall sequel to this game. So Fast RMX had the announcer for F Zero, GameCube F Zero, that same voice actor guy
In it.
for, yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Holy crap! Did my is acting weird right now?
Because your computer's like, look, Nintendo, you had 10
I can't
shows.
I can't see you and I can't see my screen. My screen is completely black right now.
It is black for us. That okay? Damn.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm gonna restart my Chrome, and we'll hopefully that'll fix it. So I'm gonna leave the call. I'll jump back
All
here in
right.
about 5 seconds.
All right.
Toodle, toodaloo.
Hulu. All right, you guys. How you doing? How you enjoying the show so far? I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're going to do a part 3, probably a part 4, because there's a lot of information. What's your favorite Nintendo Direct? Let me know in the comments if you're watching this before or after. It means a lot. You guys are awesome for rocking out with us. This is going to be the last show. Chocolate is frozen. This is going to be the last show we're going to cover tonight. Then we're going to mosey on down. Oh, hello. Mosey on down, let you guys get on your way. Tomorrow will be take 2. Um, nope, tomorrow's not take 2. Tomorrow is
It's
2XP.
2XP, right? It's
Yeah,
2XP.
Thursday happy hour. Friday peep games. Saturday nothing. Sunday Starcraft gamers. Monday maybe 15 minutes of fame, and we loop back around to next Tuesday. Oh, my
There
brain
we go.
hurt.
There we go. All right, I think I'm back up and running now. And just as we were ending the show too,
Ah, it
uh,
happens.
Well, there was actually not much left to good talk about here because I was actually wrapping up the last of the announcements. So I'm just gonna sort of like kind of like rush through the rest of it here. So I talked about Fast Racing Neo. They announced a new Pokemon Tekken crossover. It's called Pokken Tournament, and it's basically like Bandai Namco making a Tekken game with Pokemon characters.
I would like to see Pokemon characters just fucking fight to the death.
So let's see if I can skip to it here. Let me see. Just blah blah blah. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is it right here. Uh, it's very interesting. Like it's not quite Tekken, by the way. There's actually it's got an interesting mechanic that I've never seen done before in a fighting game since either or ever and since. It's called phase shift, where fighter and then it turns into a 3D fighter with full on like 3D arena like moving in circles. Um, and so
Mm.
when you're in a certain phase, you're in the 2D mode, like left and right. But then when you do a certain combo, it forces a phase shift into 3D.
That, you know what? I would. It's one of those things. Hearing it, I don't know if I like it, but I would love to try it.
So like let me see here. So like here you can see like there's like a bit of a 2D like you see how like they're like back and forth like that. So now they're in a 3D they're in a 3D phase. So you can see the phase shifts happening. And
Mhm.
so when they're in a phase shift, you have see if I can go back here. You see how Charizard is moving in like a circly like 3D space like that? That's yeah. So they show it a little bit here. They didn't really deep dive into it because all we're seeing is just gameplay. Like they don't obviously do any kind of deep dive at all.
Mhm.
This is just an announcement of the game, and I think it's pretty interesting. Like I don't know why this game didn't have a competitive scene, but you know, whatever.
It is what it is.
So
2015,
we
it
got
was busy goddamn year for a lot of things.
all right. Now we're gonna go on to the next announcement here, and that is we got some Star Fox Zero, whatever. Okay, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Uh, this is a like a crossover.
Mhm.
So there's a Mario and Luigi series, like of RPGs, and then there's Paper Mario.
Mhm.
Those are two separate franchises, and now they crossed over. As you can see, Mario and Luigi is hanging out with Paper Mario. That's a thing.
That's
As
okay.
like, look, okay, like Mario and Luigi, like Superstar Saga, all that kind of stuff, and then like Mario and Luigi Dream Team. We literally talked about it on part one. So
Mhm.
now Paper Mario is you know it's called Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. What it's called.
That's that's weird.
Very it's very meta. Yeah, so Paper Mario has abilities like that the others don't. I think I might have skipped over it, but basically he can slip through cracks and stuff like that and whatever. So we got that announcement. We have let's see, what is this? Is this Bravely Default? Or, no. Oh, Final Fantasy Explorers. My bad.
It's okay.
RPGs, JRPGs, they all look the same.
They do. They really do start to blend together.
All right, Fire Emblem Fates. Okay. All right. We're gonna have this discussion, I guess. Fire Emblem Fates is a game that has three games. So it's got this Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow thing going on.
Ugh.
Um,
Okay.
and this is the conversation I. This may take a minute. I'm sorry, or I was
No,
about to
no.
wrap it up, but uh, Fire Emblem Fates. There's
Mhm.
Fire Emblem Fates Birthright,
Mhm.
Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, and then there's a third game that came out later on called Fire Emblem's Revelations. So what happens is in Birthright, you your character is born into like a house of whatever, is your birthright, but you were raised by another clan. So it's like a Jon Snow thing going on. I don't know if you know
Oh,
about Game of Thrones.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
your birthright is with this family, but you've been raised by this family, so you got like this conflict, this internal conflict. Which side do you choose?
Yeah.
So birthright is like I believe the easier of the games because like you go with the other family, and then conquest I think is the harder game. So if you're like more of a Fire Emblem pro, then you choose this one. But then Fire Emblem Conquest, you choose neither family, or sorry, Fire Emblem Revelations, excuse me. Fire Emblem Revelations, you choose neither family, and I think it's like the more canon because you play the conflict on either side, but
Mhm.
then you play the conflict with neither side, and then that's you get the full picture, like uh, campaign wise. So here's the thing: these are all $40 games. So Birthright is a $40 game,
No.
Conquest is a $40 game, and Revelations is a $40 game. However, if you buy Fire Emblem Birthright for $40, you can buy each additional campaign within the game as a $20 add-on.
No.
I, I just got it. I wanted to get your take on that one.
This is
uh,
basically like choosing cyber poor cyberpunks, choosing the nomad, the professional or whatever it is. It's different stories, same game. Don't part your game out. Yes, I know it's it's the same
yeah.
game, just different stories. You can have a character choose which one you want at the beginning. So it's all contained because there's going to be people that just bought one, maybe didn't like one or loved one and will never try the other two. And for $40 each, yes, you can get them for $20. But for $40 each, hell no. Hell
I felt
no.
that. I felt that hell no right there. So $80. So 40 plus 20 plus 20. So for
Mhm.
$80, you can get all three campaigns. Yeah. I don't know. Just
No.
I want to know if there's somebody who wanted the box copy of every game if they spent $120 for all three to have the box. Like,
Somebody did.
yeah.
Somebody tell. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're explaining the campaign by the way. The whole everything that I just said, they're literally explaining it right now. So
No, get stuff, nerd. No.
Revelations. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then this is the one where like this is called the Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition. $80 and you get all three campaigns. And a Nintendo 3DS pouch.
I'm gonna shove that. Mm. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do with that pouch. That is
Like you can, yeah, like uh
that's frustrating. It's the same game. Yes, different stories. It's the same game. Oh, no. No, hell no. Mama Hugger not okay with that.
This is how we leave 2015
Yeah,
with this shitty
2015 getting a
announcement.
hell no.
All right, we got that. We got Mega Man Legacy Collection, which I told you I literally showed the box last time with the gold Mega Man amiibo and
Yep.
whatever. We got the Red, Blue, and Yellow gets a Virtual Console release for the 3DS, and they emulated the link cables through Bluetooth like wireless connectivity. Um, they also, I don't think they announced it in this presentation, but it literally had Pokemon Bank compatibility, so your Pokemon can transfer over to your future games. So yeah, this is definitely like Pokemon Blue was my third most played game on the 3DS. I think I've clocked in like 60 hours. So yeah, there's that. Uh, some more Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS, which by the way, the 3DS could barely run the game.
Oh,
Like there's
great.
just so much game, so much like characters, and like as you can see, like what they're showing footage of is probably the new 3DS. So like the 3DS version was basically like reviewed poorly, and like basically reviewers told you not to play it on the 3DS. It's essentially a new 3DS game. It's like it's basically a new 3DS exclusive without
Mhm.
being exclusive.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So
Johnny says Conquest is the best quest. Johnny, It's not time for the dad jokes already, man. But no, hell no, they can eat a something with that. Do not move. Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest 7 and 8 gets a 3DS ports and stuff like that. I know the you know I actually seeing that character right there, like he was playable in Smash Ultimate. So there's that, and then some indie games,
Ooh,
and
hell yeah. No,
fighting
no.
number 9.
I was
uh,
about to be on a hell yeah, but never mind. Yeah.
Lego Marvel's Avengers.
Lego's
I
games
guess this is.
slaps.
I'm guessing this is just a third party sizzle reel, actually, not so much an indie game, but a third party reel.
Yeah.
Uh, Project Project Cross Zone 2, which is a fighting game, Terraria. Okay, this is the final announcement, and this is like the big like showstopper. All right, we're gonna end it big.
Mhm,
So
okay.
we're gonna blow your mind. Smash 4 has been out for like a year now, and it's still got DLC. And yeah, we're gonna show off a new DLC character that's just like no one would have seen this coming.
Dun,
So
dun,
yeah, Final
dun,
Fantasy 7. Dun, dun, dun,
dun.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So yeah,
I think I remember
everyone
this one.
everyone was losing their mind. I remember like seeing like YouTubers like Etika just going, "Oh my god!" Rah," like yeah, this was a big get. Like Nintendo managing to pull this off, and they
Right?
outdid Sony. They really outdid Sony. Like Sony had what is it? Sega sorry, PlayStation All Stars or whatever. They didn't get Cloud. Cloud was basically a PS1 exclusive character, so for a while, but somehow with Smash, Nintendo got them. Like Nintendo got the collaboration. And
Cloud is the very best of boys.
and let me tell you this right now. Cloud was OP. He was busted. He was like meta defining character. Like there was this meme that among Smash characters that are Smash fans that anyone who played Smash uh, has what's called a pocket cloud, where everyone, like those that don't mean cloud, can play cloud very well as a pocket cloud. Like so, when you wanted to counterpick somebody, you're getting your ass whooped. You just bring out your pocket cloud and win.
Y'all
And that
Smash
happened.
players are something else, I tell you.
So there's that, and then what else? I was really good with Cloud, by the way. I whooped ass with Cloud.
You whoop
And
ass permanently.
oh, with yeah, that's true. That's true. But let me tell you this specifically. This one thing is um, Cloud is there's a multiple formats. There's singles formats where you 1v1, but there's
Mhm.
also in tournaments a doubles format, a 2v2 in doubles. And he was busted in doubles. Like busted. Like there was this one thing where like um
Oh,
Cloud was so good. Oh, by the way, the chocobo hats. Uh Cloud was so good that he ran doubles. And Cloud paired with anyone. Like if one person main Cloud, he literally like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with everyone, the whole cast.
Jesus.
And he even peanut butter and jellies with himself. Double double Cloud.
Holy
And
shit.
tournaments were starting to become overrun with clouds and doubles. At one there was this one match that I remember watching, like it was being streamed live and everything,
Mhm.
where it was four clouds
Oh
on
my
like,
god.
and the commentators couldn't keep up with what's going on. There's just too much. They looked alike. The skins weren't really that much differential, and you couldn't really tell what was going on and who was winning. He got
That sounds like a
so
nightmare.
He got so meta centralizing with doubles that they banned double cloud. So only one person in the doubles can be cloud.
See, Cloud is the bestest of boys.
Yeah. And I actually won a tournament in doubles with my friend who main Cloud. So like I used Mario, and it was just a very good like they like it's one of the things about like doubles is like you need to have a good partner that you can combo with.
Mhm.
And he literally like checks those boxes, and it's impossible not to combo with him
That's
with his moveset.
I love when you can find somebody that you can like, when I have a good team, when I used to play Overwatch, oh, nothing beats a good team. When you can find that doubles
Yeah,
partner, oh, oh.
yeah.
I'm gonna give that for just Cloud showing up a 6, 5.5. It's somewhere in there. I don't know which one.
All right. I'll give it a 6.5 as well because I'm gonna say that I would have put it like in a 7.5 if it wasn't for the Fire Emblem Fates announcement.
Yes.
That drug it
Hell
down.
no.
Like that was like the big like what the fuck? They Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow this, but worse.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I think
Yep.
that the Fire Emblem Fates really pissed me off, but they had a lot of positives. So we had Twilight Princess HD was one of my I love that game. I played the shit out of it on the Wii U. So we got that, Fast Star Racing Neo, Pokemon Tournament, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow coming to the Virtual Console, Cloud coming to Smash. I mean, and then a new Mario and Luigi Piper Mario crossover. That's six
Mhm.
things. I mean, like literally, like it was really good,
Mhm.
and I think they did a pretty bang up job. I'm just not a fan of the Fire Emblem Fates thing. And I
No.
actually own Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. Like that was the one game I did buy, and I didn't never played it. I just wanted to, buy the game for the sake of buying it. But I'm not gonna buy those other campaigns. I tell you that much. And
No.
especially when the 3DS eShop closes, I will be prohibited from buying those campaigns within the game because it won't work. So
That's true. Oh. There's gonna be a lot of interesting fallout from this.
yeah, so like I want to be able to buy it internally, and the same thing is actually true for Smash Wii U. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but Smash Wii U never got re-released as a definitive edition. When you buy Smash Wii U, you buy the vanilla game, then you have to buy all the DLC and stages separately. But whenever the Wii U eShop closes, if you don't already own them, you're never buying them.
Damn. I don't know how I feel about the that now.
Like Cloud, fuck him,
Yeah.
yeah, so exactly. So that's just another thing to think about is just like the ramifications of some of this stuff. So
Yeah, we
granted, if you
definitely
want to
don't
play
think of that.
Cloud, if you want to play as Cloud and Smash, you got Smash Ultimate, but still, like, just
Still.
but Smash 4 Cloud is actually more OP than Smash Ultimate Cloud. Smash Ultimate Cloud was nerfed, so because of how busted he was. But yeah, that being said, like, so yeah, 6.5. I would say it's a
Yeah,
good strong. 2015 definitely was like the worst one. Like I got a 5, a 4, and a 6.5. This is actually not really good. This isn't boding well for them.
but
Uh,
it's better than 10 shows. That was a
uh,
lot. Goddamn.
yeah, yeah. So we covered all of 2014 and all of 2015 today. So yeah, that's
Yes.
this is definitely going to be a four-parter, maybe a five-parter, who knows? But I would like to revisit this topic in part three in like a month. I want us to do like once a month. We could take a break from the thing and then hit it back up and circle back around.
Hell yeah,
Um,
let's definitely do that.
so we'll figure it out what the next week's topic is, but ultimately, like I think that we almost made a sixth rule about filler. We're a little undecided about that.
Yeah,
I would
because it
say,
kinda goes with the time justified and the gimme the new new.
yeah, yeah. We had some things to say about announcements that we don't care about, so we're gonna go into that. But otherwise, ultimately, the five rules still stand, and I think that this definitely helped us solidify like E3 2014 as the best Nintendo Direct
Yes.
to ever Nintendo Direct.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think we're gonna as we get to like the modern stuff, as we get to like the February Direct that happened last month, and see how that my original statement how it holds up because I was like, "Oh my god, it's the best ever," and I like, "Ooh, I shouldn't have. I might have spoke too soon on that one." But we'll see. We'll see.
Sometimes, if you feeling it in the moment, you gotta say it.
Yeah,
Because we're looking at all this back in hindsight, but I'm pretty sure if we were watching this in the moment, we were hyped.
yeah,
We were
I would
ready.
probably say so. I would say a lot of these, and a lot of these things would have probably went up a point for me with each of them because in the moment, yeah,
Hmm.
you're right. You're right.
It's like playing
But
old games. In the moment, you loved it, and then you go back and play it now, and you're like, "What the hell was I even doing here?"
yeah.
It
Uh,
happens.
any other closing thoughts that you wanted to leave it on?
Uh, this is an interesting topic. We're probably gonna. I don't know if we're gonna deep dive into other shows and stuff because once you get into like Nintendo or not Nintendo, who PlayStation, Sony, all them, there's some good ones and bad ones, and then we didn't even cover the game specific ones because those are also another shit show. I love
Mhm.
doing these deep dives into stuff like this because don't I don't own a Switch. I'm hoping soon, you know, own a Switch. I haven't didn't grow up playing Nintendo games super a whole lot like Nintendo exclusives, so this is all like new to me. Learning all this is new to me, and I don't sit and watch directs very often because I'm usually like, it's Nintendo. They don't really have, unless it's Bayonetta, there's really nothing that I'm looking forward to. So sitting and watching and reviewing and knowing the history behind these games, the history behind how they grew, and the reason why most of our shows today look the way they do is because Nintendo took chances. It's kind of really interesting.
Yeah, I like how Johnny says "Cloud means wrong Cloud 9."
I'm taking away your keyboard, sir. No more typing for you.
uh,
I love you, Johnny. Please never change. And thank you, Yobi. Thank you, Fame. If you guys miss Fame, you will see him hopefully tomorrow. Thank you, Bean. Who else showed up?
Miss Bubbles.
Flameser. Thank you, Bubs. Mr. Doja, Baron. You guys are all awesome. I I love doing this show with you, Chakalaka. I again, after Trevor couldn't think of a good replacement, and it couldn't have been anybody but you.
Oh, thank you. Very
Aw.
self-conscious. I was very self-conscious going into it because I felt like I had big shoes to fill. That I felt self-conscious that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off. You know.
You are more than pulling it off. You were doing it. Make sure to follow Chakalaka on social media. Like mine, it's all the same. You can find him everywhere with it. Like he said at the top of the show too, he is working on a big review that I'm glad I'm not working on it because I don't do scary games. So
So
enjoy.
yeah, got a lot of things coming up this week. So tomorrow we got Ready Play Movies, Batman spoiler cast with the Funko Pop giveaway.
Hell
Fridays
yeah.
Ready Press Play, every podcast services. And then somewhere in the very near future, we got Ghostwire Tokyo, which I can't say the date yet, which I don't know if I can, but Ghostwire Tokyo is coming to you soon. So yeah, I have a lot going on here, and I definitely do feel like I'm the man of the hour at this time. With it's like when you're a celebrity and you got a movie coming out and you got so much to promote. You got
Yep.
to do all the talk shows and yeah.
Yep. You know what? We appreciate your hard work. If you guys could see the documents Chakalaka puts together ahead of time, you guys know me. I just go fuck it and wing it a lot of times, especially if it's a topic that I'm like, yeah, I can bullshit my way through this. Yeah, it is what it is. This man puts in extra work, so go support Chakalaka. Go support as well. Path of the Solari, Externus Path of the Solari. That was Trevor's game that he was working on. Go wish list it on Steam. It's also last time I heard was gonna come to Nintendo as well. I don't know if they got Xbox or PlayStation clearance yet, but go support the team. Go show them some love. We'll see you guys tomorrow. 2XP. Wednesday, Thursday, happy hour. Friday, peep games. Saturday, nothing yet. Sunday, Starcross Gamers. Monday, 50 minutes of fame, maybe. And then you're right back here with the next topic. I'm the floor hugger. You guys know Chakalaka, the handsome man. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Peace.